about to take off.
Well, hello there, Swag.
What's going on, Melody?
Happy to be with you. Happy to do episode. What is it, 8?
Shoot, I want to say this is 9 at this point.
Oh, yeah. See, I lost track.
Shoot, we done did so many KillinEmSweetly shows, I done forgot the number, man.
Like, seriously. Man, we used to put the numbers in the description all the time. We don't even do that anymore.
Right. Yeah, man, because there's been so many stuff that, that's come out, and we've been talking about it. And then, of course, we did a lot of the late night shows, too, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, the late night shows, we don't really count, right?
Huh?
The late night shows after we don't really count those, right?
No, not as episodes, no. They're just like, let's just come up and chill, and what everybody want to talk about, we talk about. And if it's something that we do happen to find out along the way, we just, we just talk about it. But other than that, it's not really a show based on anything.
That's pretty much like a chill stream.
Yeah, right.
Let's just call this episode 8 since we got lost.
I mean, I guess we could go with that.
Okay.
Oh man, I can tell you that a brother feel kind of tired with all this raining going on down here.
Same here.
Yeah.
Lots of thunder, lots of lightning.
Absolutely. Well, it wasn't no thunder and lightning up here, but it was just a lot of raining, man. It's just like, oh God.
Well, I just really hope the weekend is nice. It's the 4th of July weekend.
Oh yeah.
Right? And we having this big old party. So hopefully it's nice.
Oh yeah, that shindig that the homie Blue throwing on the weekend, man. I know he go kill it over there.
Oh man, tell me about it. And I'm helping him host, so we're gonna make this party like a really, really good party. I mean, I want this to be the best party of the year.
Hey man, shoot. That's how you supposed to look at it, man. You gotta make it memorable, something that nobody's gonna forget.
But don't worry, we definitely will do that. And also, guys, look out for us because we will be live streaming it on Facebook, Instagram, and also on YouTube. So look out for that.
Yeah, y'all heard what the lady said. Look out for that show because it's gonna be fire.
Yeah, no, K-Pop boy, I'm not cooking. Baloo actually hired a cook to come and cook on a grill. I mean, I'm gonna make some sides. I'll probably bake some cakes, and I'll probably make like a pasta salad with crab meat, and maybe even like a regular Caesar salad for the party, like a real big one. But that's about it. Everybody else gotta bring sides, so I'm gonna leave the potato salad and everything to the big mamas who can really cook. You know,
Said to the big mamas.
to the big mamas, the nannies and grandmas who can throw down. I'm gonna leave that to them.
Oh yeah, yeah, you already know. All right, we see Angela C's in the building. Salute to you.
Salute, Angie.
Uh-huh. And then of course Capo's in the building. Salute to you, my guy. I mean, but this is Killing Sweetly's instrumental, man. The beats that you heard was, on mine. So
Right. This is only our beat. When you see us two together, that's the beat you'll hear.
exactly. And then we got the homie Chris G in the building.
Salute.
Salute to the doctrine.
Mm.
Salute, homie.
Salute, salute.
And do what he say. Hit that like button, man. Quit playing, man. Hit the like button on your way in. This show is just about to start. And I know y'all already to notice that the music has gone off, so you know what time it is.
It's time! For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to rumble!
You heard what the man said. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's start this show.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I got a feeling with tonight's show, it's gonna be a lot of rumbling in this show.
Man, seriously. And I want to hear all of y'all perspectives, so I need a full panel tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I'm ready to hear what everybody's take on this gonna be, because it's gonna be a bar burner tonight.
But let's finish getting these people in, because we got Mills 36 up in here. And he said he's tired of these thunderstorms.
Oh man, don't you realize that's just Lizzo up there clapping them cheeks, man? So that's what y'all getting up there. So yeah,
Right. I'm sure you
yeah,
like it.
yeah, you love that, man. Lizzo lover.
Cynical. Hi,
What's
Cynical.
what's good, Cynical? Salute to you. Always showing up for the show.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh shoot. We got the homie Classy Perspective in the building. Salute to you, my guy.
So I think that's it for the people.
He wanted to know if it was next week or something. I'm guessing he talking about the party.
Oh yeah, it's this Saturday, and the forecast is not being nice. They're saying that it's gonna be thunderstorm Saturday too, but we all know that the forecast be lying, straight out lying. Because one day they'll say, "Oh, there's thunderstorms," and the next day it's 80, and then it's 80 degrees, sunny.
Right.
So you can't really believe everything they say. They're not as accurate as they was back in the day.
Right. The pasta salad, huh? That's your mom's specialty.
Yeah, that's my specialty. I like to use the different color rotini.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like to do that. You have to know how to make that, because I tasted some pasta salads that are just bland, no flavor at all.
Oh, okay. All right. You see the homie Happy Life done pulled up into the building, already said something controversial. Oh Lord.
Oh God. Let's get this submarine cracking.
Oh my God. You just had to come in with that, didn't you, Happy Life? Like you just
Had to come in with that.
only thing I have to say about that, man, is never change, Happy Life. Never change.
Yeah, just be yourself. We love it.
Right. All right. All right, Mills got a question for you.
He said, "Do you put shrimp in it?" I'm gonna be honest, Mills. Sometimes. Usually I don't. Usually I just put lots of crab meat. I put cucumbers. I put celery. What else do I put in it? I can't even think right now. Cucumbers, celery. Tomatoes. I usually use like the cherry tomatoes, and I cut them up and I put those in there. And I usually use Ken's Italian dressing.
Mm.
And of course, the salt, pepper, oregano, and all that good stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, y'all heard her. That's what she be asking. Oh, my homie Leo Anthony just pulled up in the building. Salute to you, my
Salute.
guy.
Salute, Leo. Hopefully, I'll see you at this party because you don't live far. I invited you.
Yeah, man. You might. Hey, pull up to the party, man. I'm pretty sure you'll have a good time up there.
Oh, yeah. You can come party with us. And we really
Hmm.
party. Like, we are real partiers. So, you won't be disappointed. I
Yeah,
promise.
yeah, yeah. That's right. Round of applause, cynical. Round of applause.
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
she said she do the same thing with the salad.
See? Great minds think alike.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
New York Northeast, dude. Okay. Just like Leo said, if you new here, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Sweet Melody Media's channel and also subscribe to your boy Killa Swag 216 channel. See?
Please do that. And I really need you to help us out in the algorithm because right now the algorithm is not in our favor. So please, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. It's very important that you guys share to get us out there to new eyes. And yeah, help us out because I don't know what's going on with the algorithm.
Hmm. So you asking what's the breaking news? Basically, it's woof.
It's a couple of things. It's a couple of things.
Yeah, it's a couple of things, yo. It's a
We about to
couple of
get into
things.
it
But
right.
we about to touch into it. Don't worry, guys. We got y'all.
We're about to get into it right now. We're 15 minutes in, so I guess we can start with the first topic.
Hell yeah.
All right, so let
Oh
me
shoot, before we do that, we got Hustler and Muscular just pulling up to the show.
salute, salute.
Salute homeboy. Our resident freestyler in the building.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on.
Alright, now that we got that out the way, Melody, go ahead and kick this off for the show.
Okay, let me just get my screen shared. Which one is it? I got a couple of tabs open. I hate that. Oh, here we go. Got it. All
Mhm.
right, can you guys see the screen?
Well, I know I can. How about everybody else? That's what I want to know.
Hi, Blue. Salute. We got Blue in the building, and we also got Lando in the building.
Yeah,
Hi.
salute to the homie Blue and salute to the homie Lando in the building. What's going on, homeboys?
Mhm. All right, so now that I have it pulled up, can you read that first article for me?
Okay, let me see here. I gotta blow this screen up real quick because it's kind of short on my screen. So let me blow it up real quick. I got you covered though. I got you.
The same here. I don't have my glasses on, so you know.
Okay, let me see. All right. You know this is from the shade room, you guys. So just bear with your boy real quick. Okay. Prosecutors said there is insufficient evidence to charge hashtag Susan Lawrence with murder and deletion in the shooting death of Ajaki A.J. Owens, WESH reports. The news was revealed Monday after State Attorney William Gladson announced the formal file of manslaughter charges against Lawrence. The news comes despite a push for Owens' family to upgrade the original manslaughter charges to second degree deletion. And you know why I'm saying deletion, y'all. So, yeah. The state said there is insufficient evidence to prove Lawrence had a depraved mind. Doing so is required to establish second degree deletion, according to the outlet. In order to prove the crime of second degree deletion, the state must prove beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt the existence of a depraved mind toward the victim at the time of the deletion. Depraved mind requires evidence of hatred, spite, ill will, or, and it also is click on the link in the bio to read more. So
Okay, so let's see. Susan Lawrence arrested for fatally shooting her. So basically, why did she shoot her? That's what I'm trying to get at. Her life and altercation with an unidentified white woman. I'm trying to figure out what the altercation was about. There's nothing else to swipe. Do you know what it was about? Do you know what it was about?
I mean, from what I understand, they said that the woman blasted through her front door because of she's supposed to have tried to retrieve the iPad that was, in her home or stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know the whole logistics of it all, but honestly, it just was so stupid and meaningless. And dang, it made it seem like this white woman was so scared of this black woman to where she had to do what she did through the front door. Like that's crazy to me.
All right, so I have a couple of questions here. Did they say that they knew each other? Well, it says unidentified white woman. So maybe she lost her iPad. The woman found it and she tracked it down to her door. That's the only thing that makes sense. And then she went to get it from her house, and the woman deleted her.
Hmm.
I mean, that's pretty much what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, it just sounds ridiculous in my honest to God opinion.
Yeah, okay. So K Capo said, hold on, she broke in her yard. I guess that was a question.
Mm, I don't think so, but I mean, you just never know because, like I said, the whole story is out there. Like Melody, you go ahead and give your 2 cents on this matter while I find out more on this story.
Thank you. Yeah, because I guess we grabbed the wrong article, but it's all right. So I think I have enough to give my take on it. So this reminds me of the story that just happened where the little black boy was he rang the wrong doorbell, and the white guy came to the door and deleted him because he was scared. That's what this story sounds like. To me, it sounds like this white woman was probably scared for her life because she saw a black person outside of her door, and all she wanted to do was get her iPad back. That's what it sounds like to me. Um, and they shouldn't have to like do anything. I mean, she did what she did. They shouldn't have to take any further steps to find out, oh, what was in her mind. Did she have a depraved mind? Like that doesn't matter. She did what he did. She did, and it wasn't for a good reason.
Hmm.
Unless the woman was trying to break into her house. That's why I said I need to know more of the story, because if the woman was breaking and entering, that woman had every right to defend her home.
Exactly.
So,
Well,
yeah.
yeah. Let me see. I found a continuation of that article, so let me go ahead and finish reading that for you guys. That
Okay.
way we can have a little bit more context as to what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Let's say, okay, I left off. The prey mind deprives evidence of hatred, spite, ill will, or evil intent towards the victim at the time of the deletion. As deplorable as the defendant's actions were in this case, there is insufficient evidence to prove this specific and required element of second-degree deletion, Glasson said. Additionally, the prosecutor continued, I am aware of the desire of the family and some community members that the defendant be charged with second-degree deletion. My obligation as state attorney is to follow the law in each case that I prosecute. And they said, okay, Lorenz granted 154K bail Monday, but remains jailed, still faces up to 30 years in prison. Well, at least y'all know she's still locked up.
Yeah, but let's just hope she don't get off because of
Yeah, right.
you know how they do.
Right. Now let's see. The 58-year-old is accused of shooting Owens through an unopened door in Ocala, Florida. Owens, who was 35 years old, was reportedly deleted in front of her child on June 2nd.
Mm.
Still faces up to 30 years in prison, according to Fox 35 Orlando. However, she was granted a $154,000 bond on Monday. The suspect reportedly told the judge that she only had 1,700 and remained incarcerated at the Marion County Jail as of this article's publication. Lawrence has been charged with manslaughter with a firearm and assault per authorities. The shooting reportedly stemmed from an ongoing dispute between Lawrence and Owens, who were neighbors. On the day of the shooting, huh?
Oh, it said, oh, interesting. They were neighbors. Okay, you can go ahead and continue. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay, Lawrence's who were neighbors. On the day of the shooting, Lawrence allegedly threw an object at Owen's children, prompting the confrontation that would ultimately lead to Owen's death.
Okay, so now, all right, you want to ask my take now? Were you done or?
Let me see. I want to see if there's any more that I need to read before I, pass it on to you. Okay. Assault and battery charges not filed as well. However, the object did not strike the children, which would have been necessary to establish a battery charge. Owen's children, one of whom witnessed the deadly shooting, testified that they were never in fear, which also needed to be established for an additional assault charge. Accordingly, the legal requirements to establish the crimes of battery and assault cannot be met, and those charges cannot be filed, the state attorney said in a release. The crime of misdemeanor culpable negligence was not filed because there is no evidence to establish that the defendant knew the child was with his mother when she shot the victim in this case. And that's the end of that story right there.
All right,
so now you can give your take.
Okay, so it wasn't over an iPad. It's because the white lady, threw an object at her child.
Yeah. And fortunately, it never connected with the child, but she should have never threw anything at the child in the first place.
Right. Okay. So this lady, all right. So I'm going to put myself in that mother's position. If somebody a grown woman was to throw anything at any of my children or any of my family members at that matter, yes, I am responsible to go knock at that door and speak to that woman. So she did the right thing. Well, obviously not, because the lady was crazy, obviously. But she didn't do anything wrong by going and knocking on this lady's door. Now, she was so scared because she knew what she did was wrong. That's why she pulled out the gun and shot her through the door. So, yeah, that lady should be locked up and the key should be thrown away. She should never get out of jail for that. That was the
Yeah. And plus, I mean, are you done? Because I don't want to over talk you or anything.
I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, my thing is that whole whatever dispute that they had, that should have never led to that woman even thinking about throwing anything at the children or at her, even if it wasn't at the child. You don't throw anything at anybody. So just like, if y'all can't come to a reasonable solution, just walk away from each other before things escalate to what ended up happening in the first place. Because I mean, now you got children growing up without their mother, and one child actually saw the whole thing go down in the first place. So it's like, now you just done messed up everybody's lives just because of a dispute.
Exactly.
That's just stupid. Well, go ahead.
No, and I was also going to add, she should have just called the police. I mean, because just like the boy, all right, we're going to get into that other story, but just like the other story we're going to talk about tonight, they're acting off the impulse. Like, they're like, oh my God, like, people don't think before they act when someone does something to their loved ones. They just don't. Let's be honest. So she was probably furious that she threw something at that child. And also, Madara said there's more to the story. The white woman also took the children's laptop. So that makes it even worse. So you're going to take my child's laptop and throw something at my child? But, the best thing for her to do would have been to call the cops if she was thinking. But nobody really thinks in that situation.
Nobody does.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, and I just like I said, it's just this type of situation could have easily been avoided, just like the other story that we're going to be talking about a little later on. But yeah, this whole thing could have been handled. Like I said, these two were neighbors for crying out loud. So whether they actually got along or not, the fact is this could have ended on a peaceful matter. But it's just a shame that it didn't. And I feel for the families of the people that were affected by this because there's no way that either of them can come back from this. Like it's sad for real.
At all. I mean, I hate when they try to say, oh, we need to evaluate this person and see if they were crazy. You have to be crazy to delete a person. So there should be no evaluations. Take that lady, lock her up, and throw away the keys, period. Just like you would do anybody else. Because if the tables were turned, let's be real. If the tables were turned, if the black lady was the one that deleted the white lady, what do you think would have happened, Killa?
Man, if it was the black lady that deleted the white woman,
Mm-hmm.
oh, oh my God, they would have threw her under the jail at that point. In my opinion, it wouldn't even been no discussion because they would have said that she was an animal, she didn't care about the society, that she was just acting like a typical black person and basically always resorting to violence and all that type of stuff. So yeah, she would have got like 50 books thrown at her, so to speak.
Exactly. And right, classy, society does have a lot of mental illness. It's just
Hmm.
sad. And I'm sure you
Yeah,
see a lot of these mental patients at the hospital.
of course. Peace to you too, Game Changer.
See, salute. Thanks for coming. I would love to
Uh-huh.
hear your take later on, too.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Salute to you, my boy Madra Uchiha. Man, salute to you, my guy.
Yes, salute. Thanks for coming.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Okay. There's
Oops, we
more
both keep clicking on the same stuff.
yeah,
That's
right.
hilarious.
There, there's more investments in building prisons than mental health care. Sadly, there's more people locked up in the United States than any country on the planet. Mm.
Hmm.
That's true though, man. It's more people that really want to invest in prisons instead of actually trying to help people's mental capacity. It's just like that's what lets me know that this society really doesn't care about the people. They just care about just making money. That's all that is.
Right. And K Capo says there's lots of mentally ill people in the UK as well, just roaming the streets. You should come over here to New York. You'll see that a lot in the
Hmm.
subway.
Yeah, I definitely believe that. Yeah,
Hmm. So sad.
she would have gotten the maximum. Yeah, she
Yeah,
definitely would have got the maximum, yo.
definitely. Just like the man that killed the black little boy. If he was a black man that killed, I'm sorry, delete it. Oh my goodness. If
Hmm.
he was a black man that deleted a white little boy, they would have threw him under the jail and threw away the key.
Hmm.
Definitely.
Definitely. I walked past a man with a machete last year. Oh my God, boy. I know you probably was like, what?
Hmm.
'Cause-
Oh, I have a story about a machete since you wanted to bring a machete up. My dad, who's an older man in his 60s, he was walking to work because when he used to work at Home Depot, he used to walk to work. He said there was a crazy man swinging a machete coming towards him. Like he spotted my dad and he started like walking towards my dad swinging a machete.
Mhm.
And I'm so happy that my dad got away because people are crazy. That guy would have caught up to my dad and did what he had to do. So thank God he got away from that craziness.
Absolutely. Like that's wow. Because I mean, I could imagine what was running through his mind when all of that was going on as well. So, I mean, when you got a dude that's chasing you down with a big old machete, it's like, of course, you don't want the dude to catch up to you, but it's at the same time like, man, I want to defend myself, but at the same time, I want to be able to make it home to my family as well. So, it's one of those situations you have to fight or flight, and the best option in that case is to flight because, like I said, you just don't know what would have happened if dude would have landed with a shot from the machete.
Exactly. And he was like, he was much younger than him. Probably, he didn't say an age. He just said much younger than him. So I'm thinking maybe in his 20s or 30s. And it's just sad. It really is.
Mm-hmm. It really is, man. Like that's why I say, man, we just need to really start caring about what people's mental health these days, man. Because not a lot of these people need to go to prison. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people that definitely need to be locked away forever. But some people just need to really just sit down and just have a talk with somebody or just be somewhere where they can really help ease their minds and do stuff like that. Because the more you don't get help, is more situations where you'll end up with people chasing you around with a machete.
Right. Just get help.
Mm-hmm. They don't take mental health serious in the UK. There's always incidents in London and Birmingham. Oh, that's like that here in America too. They don't take mental health serious. Like, think about this, K Capo. This month in June is supposed to have been Men's Mental Health Month. This is supposed to be Men's Mental Health Month, but what do they always talk about in June?
Oh, the LG, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is Men's Mental Health Month, but yet we're always surrounded by the rainbows.
Sad. Really
Just
is.
say it. Just say it. Then, of course, you got Father's Day that had just passed, but what do you always hear about? Yes!
Mm-hmm.
That's all you hear about, yo.
Yes, honey. Yes. What is it? 3 snaps and a twirl, whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, three snaps and a twirl, and then if they really want to get sassy, hit you with a split.
Right. And a kiss. Mwah.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, yes, Mills, we know it's Rainbow Month. I'm not gonna really say what that is, but yeah, it's Rainbow Month.
Yeah, y'all get the picture. Y'all get what we're trying to say.
Uh-huh. Exactly. But yeah, that whole situation that happened with that woman dude with the neighbors and it's sad, yo. It's sad.
It is. Rest in peace to that mother for trying to defend her children. Rest in
Yeah.
peace.
And may God help those children dealing with the loss of their mother and all the trials and the tribulations that they're gonna face, and when they get older, because that's gonna definitely play a role into how those kids turn out when they get older.
Right, because they watched her delete their mom. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough.
Yeah. Do you all know that heavy Democratic states have stronger gun laws to prevent citizens from protecting themselves? Oh yeah, I know about that, man. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe that I was in Indiana for a car show last year and everybody had a gun on their hip. Everybody. Younger people, older people, people under 18. How many of those people you think have mental health problems? A lot.
I was about to say, like, it's too many to count.
I was scared for my life.
Yeah, man, because you never know. Like, nowadays, it's like we living in the wild, wild west. Somebody see you, they don't like you, draw, just take you out.
But it's legal there, so
Yeah.
what can you do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially like if you living in like a state like Florida where they got that stand your ground law. Like, shoot, like that's all they got to do with that, yo.
Exactly. But should we move on to the next story?
Yeah, we can move on to the next story, man. You get 5 years for a burner in the UK. Sheesh.
Oh yeah, it's illegal to have a burner. That's why you have a lot of stabbings.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I know I'm not going to the UK, bruv.
You and your accent. Like, you do really good voices.
Oh my God, yo.
Like, even when you imitate like people from here, it's crazy good. You're on point with it.
Hey man, I done heard him talk for so long. It's kind of like I developed a knack for that.
Mhm. All right, so let me get my screen ready to share the next story.
The next story, yo.
Hold on, let's share screen. Did I take it down?
Yeah, you did kind of take it down, but you should be
My
able to
stuff
bring it back up there.
disappeared. Hold on.
Mm,
Let me get it together here.
uh, we
Hold
still
on.
get shoots. Don't get it twisted. Where I'm from, it's normal.
I gotta pull it up.
Yeah, but it's amazing how people don't, get arrested over there in the UK though. If it's still a lot of shootings going on over there, especially if it's supposed to be banned. But like we always say, the criminals always get away with everything. Let a law-abiding citizen try to take matters into his own hands to make sure he's able to go home and stuff. They going straight to prison.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And some of them, I hate to say, but some of them even deserve the death penalty. The things they be doing.
Right. Can't
Oh,
argue with that. You find it yet?
I found it. Okay, let me pull it up real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This next story, guys, is going to be
Hold on.
it's gonna be something that's just gonna be like, yo, why is this still going on, man? Like this is ridiculous at this point. But I'll let Melody pull it up before I get real in depth in with it.
Yeah, where is it? I just had it.
Oh,
Here we go.
all right.
All right.
Hey, salute to you, Jenny. Thanks for
Salute.
pulling up to the show.
Hi, Jenny.
Hmm.
All right, so I'm sure you guys see that on your screen. Molestation allegations against Michael Jackson will be going to trial.
Hmm. They just will not let this man rest in peace.
They just
It's,
won't.
but let me get into the article for you guys, and then we'll give our take on this stupidity that we see on our screen. So bear with me, guys. Uh, According to TMZ, the California Court of Appeals will allow Wade Robson's molestation accusations against Michael Jackson to be heard in a court of law. Robson claims Jackson molested him at his Neverland Ranch from 7 years old until he was 14. Robson is suing Jackson's corporation. The company is arguing that they had no legal duty to protect anyone, including Robson, since the company had no independent control of Michael Jackson. In 2005, as Jackson was on trial for molesting another boy, Robson testified that although he slept in MJ's bed, nothing happened. He now says he's falsely testified because of complete manipulation and brainwashing. End of
Mm,
article.
End of article. Okay, let's stop sharing this. So, you want me to go first on my take?
Absolutely.
Okay. Isn't that the same boy who testified out of his mouth that Michael Jackson did nothing to him, that they were all lies?
Absolutely. It said it in the article.
All right. So how were you brainwashed to say that he didn't do it? Who brainwashed him? That's the question.
That's
Not
a
his
great question.
parents, right?
Yeah, right. Not his parents at all.
And it wasn't Michael Jackson. Because why would you listen to a person who was hurting you? So it couldn't have been Michael Jackson. So who was this mysterious person or mysterious people who were brainwashing you to lie and say Michael didn't molest you when he really did?
Mm.
So that right there shows that he's lying. And he's just doing it for clout and money after all these
Mm.
years.
Hmm.
How about your take? What's your take on it?
My take is just simple. Dude is doing this for the money. Because dude is going broke. Because I remember he used to host a show back in the day on MTV, and it was a dance competition show. Dude was known all over the world as like one of the best choreographers in the game and stuff like that. And of course, if anybody has ever seen the movie You Got Served with Omarion and Marcus Houston and them, y'all would know he was like the host of the last dance battle scene where Lil Kim was the judge in that movie, you know. But like I said, dude was raking in the money. Like he was world renowned. People used to go to dancing. Like all the celebrities used to get, you know, dancing choreographed from this guy. But now I guess dude is going broke. And years later, after MJ has since been deceased, now all of a sudden you want to say, I've been brainwashed. I've been manipulated to be thinking that this happened to me. And this came out of your own mouth that when you was on trial in 2005, he was still a grown man at this point. So 2005, you came out and said, "Yo, I'm even though I slept in his bed, Michael never did nothing to me, never touched me, never did anything." Now all of a sudden, Michael Jackson is no longer here and to defend himself. No, he said nothing happened back in '98. Yeah, but like I said, the trial happened in 2005, and he was a grown man at this time because this was when MTV was still relevant. And he was still a part of the MTV family. So yeah, so back then, you know what I'm saying? Dude said nothing happened. So why all of a sudden now, when dude is no longer here, you want to throw dirt on this man's name and his corporation, saying that this man molested you when you was young and saying that he did saying he did that. It's like at this point you're reaching. And then like just like with that story they came out with, what was that back in? I can't. Somebody help me when this came out. When did Finding Neverland come out, yo? When did that little so-called movie come out?
I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember when.
Yeah, I know it was very recent though. I know it was very, very recent, like maybe a few years ago, but I can't remember the year exactly. But yeah, this was supposed to have been something where everybody, because this was when they were still doing the whole mute R. Kelly thing, but at this point they was talking about mute Michael Jackson. So it was just like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. And strangely enough, Michael Jackson's stuff is still being played on the radio as of today, and it should still be continued to be played. Like, in my opinion, this is just all for clout. This is all for money. You want to be relevant because why are you going at this man and this dude is no longer here to defend himself? Like,
what I want to know.
That's just stupid. And plus, you don't know what this could be doing to Michael Jackson's mother because it's like you keep digging up old wounds. You keep peeling back old wounds, man. It's like, dude, just let it go.
Not only his mother, but his kids, his whole family. Like, Michael Jackson beat the charges. Leave him alone. Let him rest in peace. Like, stop coming from him. You already said he did nothing to you. Leave it alone and dead it. Like, now that, like you said, Killa, now that he's not relevant, he just want to come out and get more clout and get money. Like, ooh, I need attention. Like, I don't understand why people do that.
I don't get it either.
Right. Just like when Bill Cosby, you know, somebody else tried to come out and say he did something after he got out of jail. Like, just leave it alone. It's done. The man is gone.
Yeah, man. Just let the man rest in peace. Like, dude, it's over with. And plus, I've already gotten to the situation to where Michael Jackson's mind wasn't all the way right in the first place. So if you go and check out my live show that I did about childhood traumas, it's in my channel. Go ahead and check it out where I go in depth as to why Michael Jackson acted the way he did, at least from my perspective. Not 100% facts, just from my honest to God opinion. But yeah, it's just the fact that you gotta leave this alone, man, because all you really doing is just reaching at this point.
Exactly. You're reaching, and you know, it should be, now that he's gone, it should just be done. Like, they shouldn't even allow people to reopen cases. They shouldn't. Like, when they pass away, they should just leave it at that.
Right.
Because you had all this time to come out and tell the truth. But you wait until he's gone and he's not here to defend himself.
Mm-hmm.
And now all it is your word against nobody's word.
Exactly. And now you'll have to get people that's still working up under Michael Jackson's company to have to come out and keep on making, comments saying that, nobody knows what this guy is talking about. Like, you keep digging this hole for yourself, and it's crazy to me. Like, let's just be honest. There's more people that Michael Jackson really could have messed with other than this Wade Robson guy. Like, think about the kid from the Home Alone movies, Macaulay Culkin. Him and Michael Jackson used to be very, very, very close. Even was in videos together. Wasn't they in the video Black or White?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this was at the height of Macaulay Culkin's career. Like, everybody knew who Macaulay Culkin was. Everybody knew everybody definitely knew who Michael Jackson was. But even to this day, after everything that's going on with Macaulay Culkin, even today, will still stand on the fact that Michael Jackson has never been about what everybody is saying he's about. And he has more right to say that than anybody because he's been around Michael Jackson. So
exactly. And I really honestly don't believe Michael Jackson did any of this, even though he was a little strange because of his childhood. Because Joe Jackson never let him be a child. That's why he wanted to build Netherland, and he wanted to be around kids because he wanted that feeling. He wanted to experience what being a kid was like. So that's why he was so innocent. I really do think he was an innocent man at heart. Like, he always, no matter what Michael Jackson said, it always came off as innocent and sweet, because of his inner child. So when those boys were spending the night there and sleeping in his bed, and I know this sounds weird, as weird as this sounds, I don't think Michael had bad intent. I don't think Michael was touching these children. I just think Michael wanted them to have a good time because he just couldn't when he was a kid.
exactly, Kevin. Joe Jackson was about making that money. Exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
he
he
cared
didn't.
about how they felt.
Yeah, he never was like, he did that to all of his brothers, but Michael was the one that was affected the most because everybody that came before Michael, they at least had some type of a childhood before they started doing music. But Michael, he was the youngest out of all of them, until the other kids came after Michael. But the fact is, Michael was the baby of the group of the Jackson Five. So the majority of his life was always in front of the spotlight. So dude never really had a chance to have fun, go to school like normal kids would, and play outside in the playgrounds and do all of that stuff. It's like, my guy, his brain was so distorted because he desperately wanted something that he never had. And he was trying his damnedest to get it at every turn. Like, he wanted to have a real childhood, even though he was a grown man.
Exactly. And his brothers and sisters, if you listen to how they all talk, that's not a coincidence that they all talk like this, like Janet Jackson. And they all talk because they weren't able to be children. So they, now that they're older, that's how they feel. They feel innocent and, and they want to talk like this. That's just what it is. I don't think it's a coincidence that they all sound like that.
Yeah. They all got that, that silent, like, poise about them. Like, they just always be whispering when they talk.
Right, exactly. Yeah, Mel, I'm pretty sure his voice is deep, really deep. But like I said, that's why he put on that voice. So that's because that's how he felt inside, like a kid. He felt like Peter Pan. He said that. He said he was Peter Pan. That's how Peter Pan talks, soft and docile. That's who he wanted to be.
Yeah. And plus, we all know Peter Pan was a kid that never grew up. So that's another reason why he called himself that. Because even though Michael Jackson was a musical genius, he could make music for every genre, for the grown adults, for kids, whatever. in his mind, Michael was still a child.
Mhm. Yeah. So, like I said, I doubt he did any of that to those kids. But the parents saw money. The parents knew how Michael was. They knew he was a kid at heart. But they was like,
This
oh, okay, my kids are spending the night. If wait, rewind. Right? Just like the parents in the R. Kelly situation, knowing that R. Kelly was a molester, sending the kids to him.
hmm
Why would you send the kids to spend the night with a grown man that have allegations on them in the first place?
boom. That's the question of the decade.
Like, why would you do that? I would never send my child to spend a night with no grown man and sleep in his bed.
hmm shoot, if I knew that that dude was on trial for doing what he did, I wouldn't even take her to go to any of his shows, let alone to be trying to get a one-on-one time to see like, hey, I want my kid to get famous. I want my kid to be a singer and da, 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 da. Like if I knew that my daughter could be a danger because of all the stuff that was going on with him, I would have been like, nah, see, that's on them. That's on them. Just basically bypass, like, yeah, that happened with them, but that ain't gonna happen to my kid. That's not gonna happen to my daughter. So I'm good.
Exactly.
But now you're all on surviving R. Kelly. Look, I just want my daughter to come home. I just want my baby to come see Pop Pop and not be held captive and stuff. Like, man, come on, fam. It's not even that deep, man. And then, like I said once before, if this was my daughter and I felt like my daughter was being held against her will, I would have been kicking down doors, busting in windows. I would have been doing everything I could to get my daughter back home. But to be sitting up here like, I just want my daughter to come home. R. Kelly, please let my daughter loose, please.
Use your common sense.
Right, exactly. So the parents are always as guilty or guiltier.
Yes,
You
huscular or muscular. I know about Hook, man, but we're talking about the true story, not true story, but the story of Peter Pan. We ain't talking about Hook.
That's not what we're talking
Because,
about
right,
at all.
right, man. And just like Mel said, Michael's only guilty of having too much good faith in people.
That's it.
And that type of ideology is what really turns people into cynical. No offense to you, cynical girl, but to just they just turn them into just spiteful people because it's like you want to give people the benefit of the doubt because of just how you are. You know what I'm saying? You may be a good natured, good human type of person, but then you constantly run across people that will do nothing but take advantage of you. That'll make you not want to be around people. That'll make you even start to hate people because it's like, why would they do something like that? I would think that people would have more of compassion, more heart, more, you know what I'm saying? They would be more willing to be helpful and stuff like that. But only thing they want to do is just use you because of your name value, your star value, and all of this stuff. Like, yeah, that could really make people hate people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't think Michael really liked people that much. He
Well,
liked kids because he wanted to be a kid. He wanted that feeling of being a kid. But adults, I think he even said he don't really like being around adults. Didn't he say that?
probably, but I'm pretty sure he loved being around adults when it came to making business deals.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. When it's because he was a very talented man.
hmm
He wrote songs, he danced, he did it
hmm
all.
Right. I bust the windows out your car.
Mhm.
That's what I would have did, man. If that was my kid, I felt being held captive. I bust the windows out your car. Bam.
Mm-hmm. And make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to both streams. I cannot stress that enough. Like, y'all got to get us good with the algorithm. So make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing on both channels.
Oh yeah, yeah. Make sure you do that because there go the links right there. We're trying to really take this Killing Them Sweetly to the next level, and then also we're gonna be launching the Grown and Sexy Conversation. So, but in order for us to really get to where we need to go, we need y'all to come along for the ride and make sure y'all putting our stuff out there, man. Like we want to get love out here too. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, don't be stingy.
Mhm. Stuff like this makes men not want to move people in.
Pretty.
Pretty much.
And just like the homie Chris G said, you get jaded. Absolutely. Like your whole outlook on life changes with all those experiences that hit you.
Yes. So, moral of the story is the guy is a liar. Anybody can see it. And he just waited till the man wasn't here anymore so he can potentially win. But I doubt it. I doubt the judge is going to see him to be a victim.
Man, it'd be stupid if he did, because what exactly is he expecting to gain from this? Like, what you go say? I finally got Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson been gone for 14 years, man. Leave it alone.
14 years. That's over a decade.
Yes.
Like, what
Absolutely,
do you want?
man. Yeah, man. So you gonna end up just like this. He keep playing.
Another one bites the dust.
For real. Facts.
Oh boy. Yeah, but this is just so dumb. I don't even. You got anything else you want to add on this situation? 'Cause I don't even want to talk about that Michael Jackson. It's just so dumb.
Yeah, me neither. I think we should move on to the finale.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the meat of this conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to the main event of this here thing. So, Melody, go ahead and do what you do, girl.
Okay.
Yeah, K Capo, it's been that long, man. Back in 2009 is when Michael Jackson unfortunately checked up out of here.
Yes. Okay. So I guess this is the video, right?
Hold
Yeah.
on, wasn't it the other video? That's the video of them talking about he's suing, but I thought it was the other video.
It's another one. No, this is what is this? No, I
Hold
think
on.
that's it.
Well, go ahead and talk about it a little bit, because this is the hot topic that's been talked about all up and through it.
Here it
I was
is.
about to say, there it go, there it is. Yo.
All right.
Now remember, it's not the whole video, you guys, but that's the video of what happened with the story. But before you play that, Melody, you know what we got to do. Fair use, because we don't want to be hit with no type of copyrights or anything like that. So before we always play these type of videos, fair use, y'all.
All right, fair use. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hard to wrap your head around the different narratives here. ABC7 legal analyst Gil Sofer is here to make some sense of it. Gil, good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning.
How can the narrative from prosecutors be so different than what we see on this tape?
Well, the difference is all in this video recording. The narrative for the prosecutors assumes no self-defense, assumes that there was nothing that provoked the shooting. That's the basis of it. So it's simply missing this critical piece of what the video shows.
Well, how is the prosecution missing that piece of evidence before they filed the charges? Is it common for evidence like this to surface after murder charges are filed?
No, you don't see this very often. It's not unprecedented in the age of social media and the age of pervasive cell phones. Things surface, evidence surfaces after some period of time. That's clearly what happened here. At least it appears to be what happened here.
Did somebody make a mistake, Gil? Who's to blame for that?
Well, we don't know enough to answer that question. Certainly, if the prosecution had this in its possession, the prosecution had known about this video, or if they knew of the facts that are reflected in the video, it seems like a mistake. They should have done more investigation. It's possible, though, that they heard everything from witnesses on the scene that was consistent with bringing charges, and only after the fact, through no fault of their own, did this video surface.
Carlisha Hood, does she now have grounds to file a lawsuit against the prosecutors, against the city?
Well, it appears
Fair use. I'm just going to stop it a little bit and say fair use, fair use.
Fair use, show.
she has filed a lawsuit, and she's alleged malicious prosecution and other claims. she may have some grounds, but that typically is an uphill battle. Among other things, she would have to show for malicious prosecution that there was no probable cause to bring these charges and that they were brought with malice. That could be difficult to prove.
And before we let you go, Gil, is Carlisha free and clear of all legal trouble at this point? Could she face different charges?
Once these charges are dropped, it's a little hard to imagine what other charges might be brought unless there was an issue with the purchasing of the gun. But once they abandon these charges, I think it's unlikely.
Yeah. All right. Gil Sofer. A lot of questions still about this.
I mean, what a case.
Absolutely. Good to see you. Thank you for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
You bet.
All right. So that pretty much, I thought it was more than that. Is there another video?
I don't know.
We can talk about it because we know what happened.
Yeah, everybody know what happened.
Everybody know what happened. So, you want to give your take on it first, or since I went?
I guess I could give my take on this first, and then of course we'll let Melody give her take on it, and then whatever we decide to do after that is what we do. Okay, this is my take on this whole situation. It's a tragic story in and of itself because a life unfortunately was lost in this whole debacle, and just like I had told Melody earlier when we was talking, I said, honestly, this whole situation could have been prevented. Like, seriously, this whole thing could have not happened if people would have just did what they were supposed to do. Now, I will honestly say, dude should have never put his hands on that woman. That is a fact. No amount of malice should have ever came towards that woman just because of the stuff that she said or whatever. But then at the same time, I also have to say that woman should have never been in that man's face, because it's not like oh boy was just hard off and just slugged her and just didn't say anything. Like, I'm not making no excuses for him, but at the same time, we all know how black women get when it comes to their mouth. And I've heard this say, even though they say sticks and stones will break your bones, words never hurt you. I've heard people say this a bunch of times, and I live in neighborhoods where I've seen this happen all the time. Like, a lot of the things that a woman can say, especially a black woman can say, they will cut you deep. Like, black women know how to cut black men deep with their words. Like, that's one trigger that most black men can't fight. Now, most black men, they don't have that type of problem. Some can just walk away and just act like they don't know what's going on. They can just be like, man, she on one right now, let me leave her alone. But then you got certain dudes that when they hear this from a black woman, they'll lose their mind over that stuff. But like I said, that whole situation is sad. But out of all the people that I feel for in that situation, I feel for the kid the most, because this kid is going to really be going through it for these next few years because of what he did, because of what had transpired, because at the end of the day, he took a life, and he's going to end up replaying it in his head over and over and over. And who's to say what that's going to do to him mentally? And now, granted, if I was in that situation and I seen somebody hit on my mama like that, oh yes, I'm going to do something about it. Because ain't nobody going to touch on my mama while I'm around. It's just not going to happen. But it's just, me personally, I would have tried to at least either shoot up in the air or at least shoot him in an area where I know dude was not going to bleed out or pass away or anything like that. Just to get him off of her. That's just me though, But like I said, I'm always going to protect my moms no matter what. And God rest her soul. If anything were to have happened to my mom like that, you best believe I'm going to protect my moms. But I mean, that's just how I am as a man. And that's how I would have been if I was, a teenager. Because most people, and this is what I hate about our society, you don't know the full story until it's all over with. I'm the type of person, I like to know what I'm dealing with before I deal with it. But in this particular situation, there's no way for anyone to know it beforehand. You find out about it afterwards. So, like I said, I really feel for everybody in this situation, because now a family has to bury somebody, and then now, how about dragging your mom away? That's another thing too. I would definitely try to get her out of there as well. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, at all costs, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to protect my mom. That's just what it is.
Right.
Like,
Right.
but like I said, it's just a shame the dude had to lose his life because that should have never happened. I don't care what anybody says. He should have never lost his life over that. Now he could have got hit on somebody. He could have cracked dude in the head with the gun and left. Him and his mom could have got out there. I ain't say pop him. I'm talking about like just turn it around, crack him in the back of his head, and then just leave. But like I said, it's just a shame that it happened. And I feel for the kid most of all, because honestly, I'm on nobody's side when it comes to the two adults in that situation. So that's all I got to say on that.
Well, we had this conversation earlier, and you pretty much said everything I said as well to you. And you said, you said everything I said, pretty much, first of all, as a man, he shouldn't have never put his hands on a woman if she didn't put her hands on him, period. So that was the first mistake he made. I don't care what she was saying. You were in a public setting. You were in a restaurant. You could have easily walked away. And we already know women can be very annoying with the things they say. We all had those women in our lives who got in our face and who said terrible, despicable, deplorable things. But you have to be the bigger person and just walk away, especially when you're like 10 times stronger than that person, because we all know women are weaker than men. That's a fact. So for you to be all tall and towering over her and much younger than her, so we know you're more powerful than that older woman, because he was only 32. The lady was like in her late 50s, so she was old enough to be his mom. All he had to do was walk away from the situation and not let her provoke him. But okay, yeah, he warned her several times to get back and get out of my face, but I'm sure that lady wasn't thinking that young guy was going to haul off and punch her more than once. He punched her like 3 or 4 times. He didn't even push her away. He didn't hit her one time. He didn't do any of that. This man was hitting that woman like she was a man. And the only time that I condone a man to put his hands on a woman like that, because I have a brother and I tell him the same thing. If anybody put their hands on you, I don't care who it is, unless it's a child, because you're going to jail for a long time if it's a child. But if a woman put her hands on you, you have every right to hit that woman back. But since he was the first one to hit her, he was wrong. If anybody hit anybody first, if it was 2 women and one of the women hit the other woman first, she was wrong. So we got to admit, and I've been hearing a lot of men in this space defending the guy who got deleted. I'm sorry. This ain't no echo chamber. I'm standing with my word. He was dead wrong. And I'm not going to say he deserved what he got, but he made his own bed. He made his own bed, and now he's lying in it for life. Also, let's talk about the little boy. Now, so the little boy didn't see her get hit, but she went to the car and told the little boy what happened. Now, I don't know if the little boy, because like Killa said, like me and him spoke of this earlier, and I was telling Killa the same thing. I was like, listen, put yourself in his shoes. If that was your mom, you know good and well that you're going to do the same thing. Nobody has the time to sit there and think about what they're going to do when somebody hit their mother. You don't have time to think about it. You're going to act. You're just going to act. So I don't know if the mother told the little boy, go in there and handle him, or if the little boy just grabbed the gun and ran in there, not even thinking, and did what he had to do. See, that's 2 different scenarios, because if the mother went in there and told the little boy to handle that, she was wrong. She was dead wrong. But if that little boy did it on his own, then he was wrong. Because like Swag said, we spoke about this earlier, he could have done anything. I told Swag, if it was me, I would have shot the guy in the foot or the leg. You know, that's what I would have done. But that's if I thought it out. You know, but who's thinking that out? If their mother come in the car crying, a black guy, who's thinking about where they're gonna shoot somebody? I think the boy went out there, he just blacked out and he just shot the guy. So I really do feel bad for this little boy, because who knows? This is Chicago. The guy who got deleted could have been part of a gang or anything. And they can be looking for that little boy for life. Now the little boy got to constantly look over his shoulder to make sure nobody's out to get him. He got to live life like that now. So the only person I feel sorry for in this situation is the child. The mother was wrong. The victim was wrong. I'm sorry. They were both wrong. But that little boy, he just did what any boy or girl would do to protect their mom. Sorry, not sorry. I'm done.
Exactly. It's just like I had mentioned once before, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole stigma is true. Like, a woman's last true love is her son, while a son's first true love is his mother. So, you know, most men, no matter your age, depending on the relationship you have with your mother, of course, but most men are going to do whatever it takes to protect their mother at all costs.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Or girls, because I know I would have done the same thing that boy did. I'm sorry, I would have. I don't think that man would be breathing either if he hit my mom like that man hit his mom.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And like I said, that's just another situation that's a fight or flight. And like that type of situation, you just don't have time to think, unfortunately. So
At all.
like I said, I more so feel bad for the kid more than I feel bad for either of the adults in this situation, man. So like I said, it's a shame that dude had to die over this, but I really could give a rat's you know what about those two, because those two could have just this could have been all prevented for real. We wouldn't even have to be talking about this right now if both of them actually had level heads and just was like, you know what, I'm not dealing with you. Just leave me alone. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Like I said, I just feel bad for the kid. That's all. That's where my heart is going, to that little boy. I don't care about the other two.
No, and then this is so annoying because I can't believe the space. I hope people are watching, because I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I think it's disgusting that men in a space are saying a woman is saying that woman got what she deserved. I'm sorry, because you guys all have mothers, daughters, you know, if you were in that position where your mom got hit like that woman got hit, and you had possession of a gun, you would have did the same exact thing that boy did. That's a woman, an older woman at that. You a young guy in your 30s, much stronger than that woman. There is no reason why you should have put your hands on that older woman. And I don't care if she was black. I don't care if she was white. I don't care if she was Asian. I don't care if she was Puerto Rican. That's a woman at the end of the day. The only way you would have been justified putting your hands on that woman is if she put her hands on you first, or if she spit in your face. That's the only two things that he would have been right for. And RZA saying, Melody, they saying, wait, what did RZA say? Melody, they saying it's because it ain't happened to them. Exactly. All they want to do is have this talking point about black women. That's why I'm trying to like distance myself a little bit, because I've seen with Obsidian and all the men in the space, they will go hard to put a woman down, especially if she's black. Like with the Pearl situation, that straight out opened my eyes to see that It don't matter who the person is. It don't matter if it's a man that did something to a black woman. It don't matter if it's a white woman who's racist towards black people. It don't matter as long as they get to see a black woman. Pretty much, I can't believe I'm saying this because it's like, it sounds crazy, but I really think that a lot of men in this space hate black women. I just do. I mean, you right, you wrong, you wrong. And in this situation, that man who's deceased was wrong. Period. And I'm done.
Oof. Oof.
Y'all killing me with this.
And I know people gonna be mad, but it is what it is.
Woo! That was an epic mic drop if I ever heard one.
Well, thank you. Yeah, people probably don't expect me to be saying this because look, some things I do agree with that the guys in the space say, but some things are just ridiculous.
Bottom line is, this is what I tell anybody. No matter how anyone feels about your opinion, at the end of the day, it's your opinion. If that's how you truly deep down feel, say it like Kevin Hart. Say it with your chest. Just say it, yo. Forget how people feel about it, because not everybody is going to like you for whatever reason. So bottom line is, give them a reason not to like you. If it's something about you being you, stick with that, yo.
Yeah, honestly, I realize I don't care about these people because these people don't care about me. So I'm just going to be honest on here. I'm not going to be doing what Pearl is doing just to be on the men's side. No, I'm going to be honest. There's some things that we agree with and there's some things we don't. And this I don't agree with. I don't think that man had the right to put his hands on that older woman who was old enough to be his mother.
K Capos, yeah, Mill said that she's 35.
Who, the mother's 35?
Yeah.
Nah, I thought the woman was in her 50s and the son was in his 30s. Let me look it up. Let's pull it up.
Yeah, I kept reading Mills' comment in the chat. He said that she was 35. So
I'm gonna pull it up on my phone and see how old was she. What's her name?
Okay. Carlisha Hood.
Because she looks old.
Definitely.
She looks old. Let me see. I thought she was an older lady.
Shoot, a lot of us did.
Right? Hood. Age. Trying to find it. How can I find her age?
Why is this not popping up? Like, that's crazy.
Carlisha. Oh, wow. She is 35. I thought she was in her 50s. I'm sorry. My bad. So they're around. So pretty much they're around the same age.
Exactly.
But she's still a woman. He was still taller and stronger than her. And she didn't put her hands on him. So he had no right to put his hands on her. I don't care if she was 25.
Y'all heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Melody and her unfiltered, uncensored thoughts.
No, like seriously. This YouTube is really making me mad because people just say things nowadays just to say
it. Yeah, I guess you could say they just try to do anything to go viral, I guess.
I guess so. Because anybody defending that nonsense, it's crazy. Just like when they was defending Pearl. Crazy.
Yeah, you definitely felt some type of way about that, yo.
You already know I did. I wasn't gonna stay quiet.
Oh no, you didn't. Yeah, That's right, K Capo. Melody, her grown woman ish.
Yeah, I'm not, you know, I'm not defending that guy for nobody. But that kid is the only one who did nothing wrong.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why I say straight up, like, I just I just really feel for that boy. Like, seriously.
Hmm.
Cause that dude, that kid is definitely gonna have PTSD behind that, cause that image is gonna keep replaying in his head of what he did. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so like I said, I really feel for that boy.
Seriously. But now that we're finished with our topics, I'm going to drop the link, open the panel so you guys can come up and give your take on any of the topics that we spoke about.
Hmm.
It's in a chat. So, and please, guys, try to stay on subject.
Yeah, man. We trying to like we basically gave y'all three subjects to choose from. You ain't got to go in any specific order, but let's just stick to what we was talking about. And yeah,
Yeah, let's just stick to it. I don't know. I really feel flustered.
I see.
Hey, Classy.
What's going on, homie?
You muted, Classy. You there?
You probably somewhere trying to get a good, place to talk. Probably.
Yeah, he's probably in the
Hello?
house.
Yeah,
Hey.
we hear you,
Hey,
brother.
what's going on?
What's up, yo?
I was watching I watched a few news reports about this situation about the mother and the father, a mother and the son, excuse me. And I
Hmm.
watched Mr. Palmer's show. He's from Chicago. It's not too far from where that incident happened. And I
Mm-hmm.
talked to there's another YouTuber that did a show about it last night by the name of the relationship rehab. He's an
Oh
ex.
yeah, Brian Redmond.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know
Brian,
about him.
he did a show on it last night, and he's an ex-Chicago police officer.
Hmm.
Problem is that I didn't have any problem for him defending his mother coming across that grown man because obviously he wasn't emotionally intact because
Mm-hmm.
the way how he was acting. You know, he got into a defense mechanism stance and he balled his fist up. However, what people didn't catch, because there were 4 videos that I saw about this situation. However, what people didn't catch during the midst of the argument, she actually texted that young man to come to the door with a gun. She
Are you
called him in.
serious?
Yeah. So this wasn't no reaction of, oh my God, my mother's being hurt. No. She texted him because there was a different camera angle where you can see him standing outside looking in, watching over his mother before the incident happened, before he struck a punch at that lady, at the mother, excuse me. However, I'm going to always go back to say this. Yes, you have men in the world that will follow the rules and say you shouldn't put your hands on a lady, you shouldn't do this, you should. Yes, there are men that are going to follow those rules. However, you also have lions in the jungle that will not follow those rules. So the only problem that I have with the lady, I wish she would have just walked away from the situation. Don't argue back with somebody like that, because I told Arissa last night on her show, men have a high level threat of violence, especially when he is mentally, emotionally unstable.
Mm-hmm.
That brother could have pulled out a knife. He could have pulled out a gun.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem
True.
with that situation, like I said, everybody's saying we're defending him. I don't know who's defending him. I think you're stupid for defending him. He was definitely wrong for what he did to that woman. I'm not condoning that.
Yeah.
However, when she started engaging into an argument, I was like, okay, now you do know that you're stepping yourself into a situation to engage with this crazy MF.
Hmm.
I
You
want
know
to
what?
know.
Now, oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Well, what I was going to say now, I always tell women, and I say this, especially sisters, if you're going to step into that situation, you better be able to defend yourself, because it's not going to go right. That's all I'll be trying to tell sisters. Do not engage with a person like that. Now, somebody made a speculative opinion. Well, What if she would have walked away and he still would have came at her? That's possible, but we can only go by what the video has showed us. So
All right.
wish. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I thought you was finished. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. So what I was saying is that y'all do know that this is not the first time she has summoned this young man to get a gun, right?
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
And also, did y'all know after he shot him, he chased after that man and she told him to kill him?
I didn't know that either. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say this is the parts of the story that we're not being told. See, if I would have heard that, maybe I would have had a different take on it.
Well, because the problem is everybody is focused on that one part of the video of the man getting upset with the woman. That's all they're focused on. So they're saying, yeah, he's justified. He's justified. Okay, let's switch the scenario. What if he had a gun on him and he shot the woman and the kid?
Yeah.
Or on top of that, let's throw in another scenario. Their faces all over Chicago news. What if he had family members just as crazy as him that might hunt them down?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I was saying that to Swag earlier.
And I'm
Like
gonna say this.
You definitely mentioned that.
And I'm gonna say this last point. Psychologically, and people may not agree to disagree. Psychologically, that young man is gonna grow up to be the same man that beat his mother down.
Yeah, okay, but just like you're saying, she could have walked away from the situation. Can we say the same thing about him? He
Absolutely.
walked away.
Absolutely, but at the same time, the difference between her reactions versus his reaction was clear that he was ready to beat somebody down. So that's why I was like, I hope she should have just walked away from him, because he was already, oh, lady, if you don't get your phone, oh, I was like, please get away from this crazy. That's what I was thinking in my head. I was like, don't engage with him, because she seemed more like the calmer party. I was like, don't engage with him. Just walk away. It's just food. Don't die over this.
They both are just ignorant. That's what it
absolutely
boils down to. They both were ignorant.
They both were ignorant, but at the same time, his ignorance was at a higher level. That's why I was like, this is about to go wrong, because you can look at his body. He was already calling to the Goku gods, and he was looking for that Super Saiyan energy that Bruce Leroy glowed. And he was about to, you can see his stance. He was already in a defense stance. And I was like, oh, he's getting ready to swing on her.
Yeah, because he did warn her several times.
That's why I said when she got the warning, please walk away. Don't engage in him, because he's already jacked up. The brother looked like he drunk like 20 Red Bulls. That's why I said just get away from those people, because you don't, like I said, you never know what they got besides their fist.
Right, but like Madara said, he was still wrong.
No. Yeah, this is the problem with y'all. Y'all still keep going back to, y'all think I'm saying that he's right. When somebody's acting like that, you get that. Ooh, sorry, I'm emotional. Get away from him.
No, let it out, Classy. Let it out. I want to hear that, Pastor.
We like the passion. That's what we want.
Emotional part of that out of it. Logically, walk away from people like that. Because like I said, he was in a stance. I was like, he's about to hit her. And I was like, lady, just leave. She kept, well, I was like, no, don't engage him. Just leave. Just back away.
I mean, he even told her that he was going to hit her if she didn't get out of his face, though. So
yes. So when a person tells you they're going to hit you, if you ain't got no gun and you ain't able to defend yourself against somebody that's strong, just leave. That's like me trying to fight Shaq. I'm going to lose that battle.
Right. Now, where did you hear this about her texting her son and telling him to delete him and all that? Where did you get that from?
Like I said, I went to Arissa Michelle.
Michelle,
had a couple
I know about
that
her.
was from Chicago, that lived in Chicago, and they know that area, and they know this young man and that mother, and also Relationship Rehab, who was an ex-cop, whose brother was an actual cop as well, and his father. So they get updates and things about this story.
Oh, they still get intel.
Yes,
so,
they get intel still. So, but then again, Arissa Michelle, she showed 4 different videos of how this stuff went down from different angles.
Oh yeah, I'm subscribed to Arissa Michelle. I just ain't ever peeped none of her shows. I was too busy.
Yeah, and not to mention, like I said, they literally have text messages before this incident. They have text messages of the mother texting this young man to go after a young female. So basically, although what he did to defend his mother, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he wasn't right in that. But it sounds like to me, when you put the pieces of the puzzle together, it sounds like she is training this young man to go out and kill anybody that messes with her. And that's going to turn wrong because somebody is going to come back with him with the gun as well. It ain't no fun when the rabbit has the gun, and every action has a reaction. So she better be careful what she's doing, how she's messing with this boy's psychology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Black women need to learn how to stop. What's that noise? Somebody's background?
I think that's
Man,
me.
that
I'm
wasn't-
sorry. I think that's me. I have an iPhone back there playing the same show that could be bringing in the feedback. Hold on, I'm sorry.
I don't hear anything.
No, I heard some feedback. But Black women need to learn to stop getting in people's face. Because a lot of times Black women think they're untouchable. And oh, my son is outside, or my husband. They think just because they got a man with a weapon behind them that they can do and say and act however they want. And all they gotta do is call their son or whoever in. That's Black problem.
Yeah, hold up, Ray Hammer. What are you talking about? You have to rewind it because CGA is live right now, probably 5 minutes. What is he doing?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Check this out ASAP. I'm guessing it's Coach Greg Adams got a live stream talking about it. I guess I'm guessing that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, but we're live, so why would we? Never mind.
But I'm sorry to interrupt. I wanted to say this one thing, and I think I think this is just opinion. This is not all the way fact. This is just my own personal opinion. If what was said that was true of what she's doing with this young man, let me tell you something. They're taking this protect Black women stuff way too far now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, if everything that was being put out there turns out to be the facts, then yeah, they done took it to a level that they cannot come back from after this.
Because think about this. How come you didn't go into the restaurant with the gun? You're the adult.
And plus, wasn't it registered under her name?
That's right. See, but here's the angle you could play. Now, I don't know the state of Illinois' law. I don't know if they charge their teenagers or adolescents as adults. I don't know this, but here's the angle that could be played. Oh, he was a young man. He saw his single mother getting beat by another man, so justified. You can play that angle, and you can say, well, he can go to a couple of mental classes, but we're not going to charge him.
I don't give a rat's what about what Dr. Umar got to say.
Oh my God, please. That gentleman right there, he makes me sick to my stomach. No different than the girls going to Africa and twerking on slave quarters. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh gosh. Yeah, but no, I'm just distracted a little bit because it's like you guys are people in the chat are calling people over to other people's streams while we're live. I'm just trying to understand.
Ray Hammer said that he was gonna clip it for the context. So I'm guessing it was more to the story, but I'm just saying, like, I think that should have been a clip anyway instead of just us going to a live show to watch it.
Yeah, I was kind of confused on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to move the viewers and the people in the chat.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, because that's what I'm saying. Because we over here trying to do our thing, and he tell us to go over here and watch Coach Greg Adams. And by the way, salute to Coach Greg Adams. He still be over there doing his thing over there. So it's no hate over there. It's just we want people to stay over here and watch what we're doing.
And Ray, I know you had good intentions. I know you didn't mean it. So
no,
of course, no. He was basically, giving us more context to what we're already talking about. So it's not, he wasn't doing it to try to sabotage us. It's just like right now, I just think it should have just been used as a clip instead of just us going to a live to watch it.
No, I agree. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, people are getting overly charged about the actual video of the man hitting a woman. I can understand that. Hell, if that was my mother, I would do the same thing. But people have to get the whole story in the play. She actually texted that young man to come out the car. And if you've seen the other video, he almost shot himself because he was struggling to get the gun out of his waist.
See, I was trying to get more research.
Yeah. RZA just posted a link in the chat right there. I'm guessing this is supposed to be the press release.
But here's the problem, though. It doesn't matter at this point if they drop the charges. You can't recharge a person for a crime. That's double jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm going to say is this. If she is training that young man is on a time clock. And she is too. And she better be careful because that is Chicago.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, you don't know what kind of gangs he was involved with or anything. The guy who's deceased.
Mm-hmm.
And they can be after the son and the mother now.
Yes. But here's the thing, and I hate that joke on Facebook. Somebody said that brother went into the hamburger shop to get a hamburger. He came out with wings. That's funny, but it's not.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's really not.
Yeah,
the whole thing is a disaster. Nobody was right in this situation.
Nobody.
No, it was a situation that could have been resolved, especially with the two adults. They should have resolved this. It's a chicken and wings. I mean, not chicken, but a hamburger and hot dog spot. Right. Okay, I understand principle, but are you willing to die on that principle at a takeout store?
Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to share. I'm gonna share what she had. What is that? The press conference?
Yeah, the press release.
Okay, hold on. Let me share that because that is good for the live that we're doing right now. I want to hear what they're talking about. So
yeah, so we are about to review the press release after all of this has went down. So while Melody is about to pull it up, you know how we about to do right here. So we go hit you with the fair use side because we ain't trying to get caught up in no copyright stuff. But I feel like this is important because obviously one of our faithfuls sent this in the chat. So we're going to check it out for you guys. We all go watch it together because this is news to me because I didn't see it. I didn't see the press release.
I didn't see it either. So this is actually pretty good.
Yeah, so this is going to be something brand new that we all going to be reacting to together. So fair use.
Fair use.
Get that off.
I want to first thank the Cook County State's Attorney, Kim Fox, for doing the right thing and dismissing the charges. This is what justice looks like. I also want to acknowledge everyone who has been impacted by this in any way. To everyone who has supported Ms. Hood and her family through this trying time, we thank you. Yesterday, criminal charges of first-degree murder were dismissed against Ms. Hood and her 14-year-old son, rightfully so. Now that she is free, we think it is important that her story is told and that she is heard.
Hello, everyone. I'm Carlisha, Carlishia. Last name is Hood, Hood. Thank you for being here.
Can I just say this? She got the right last name. Carlisha Hood.
Oh man,
that's sad, kind of, but
yeah, but it's true.
It is. It's facts, man. Like it's just like this, man. This is more appropriate to play it right here than anything.
Yeah, you can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Can I make one statement before you play another?
Yes.
You're going to get a first-degree charge on them anyway, because the fact of the matter is you got to prove premeditation that they specifically targeted that man in the store to kill. He wasn't going to get that. It was going to be second degree, and if they were going to make the charge.
Right. All right. Fair use.
Fair use.
Thank you for the support for me and my family. On June 18th of this year, my life changed. My son's life changed. I've experienced pain in many ways that I would never have thought Never. What happened to me was totally unnecessary. Never in a million years would I have imagined being brutally attacked, beaten, and then arrested. I am thankful that the Cook County State's Attorney dismissed the case. I am also thankful to have my son with me and by my side, and also his charges being dismissed. I thank my family for supporting me and the people all over the world. The people did not play. Yeah. And I just thank God everything was revealed. And just everybody who has been praying and rooting for us, I just thank God for them. That did not go unnoticed. You are all not forgotten. And we are praying for all the families affected by this horrible tragedy. I am now in the process of healing and putting my family's life back together. During this trying time, we asked if, we could please have space to rest and recover from this life-altering situation. And that you all continue to keep us in your prayers. In the near future, I will be able to respond to outpouring of support. Again, I just need a little time to heal and to
Not
just
at all.
get my life back with my baby.
Yeah, it is. She is.
I don't see no tears coming down her face.
I just want to thank the people of the world. Dear, take your son and yourself to go get some freaking therapy.
Exactly.
Especially him.
I was about to say, he definitely gonna need it.
Because him killing a person, oh no, he's not gonna go through life feeling great about that, even though he felt like he protected his mother.
Mm-hmm.
No. And he's gonna go through life scared, afraid that someone's gonna get him.
Exactly, Angela. Here come the fake tears. God don't play about his people. I swear to God, like, I want to thank everybody that really had our backs in this, and the people. I'm like, man, get out of here with all of that, man.
Crocodile tears.
I don't see no tears coming down that face. That face ain't wet.
That woman is more stoic than anything else I've ever seen in this world.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, I bet once she left that podium, she probably like, yeah, shoot, we about to have a cookout later, girl. Ooh.
I mean, she didn't feel bad about what happened. She's happy about that.
Yeah. Like I said, she got the voice crackling like she about to cry, but at the same time, ain't no tears coming out of them eyes, man.
Not one drop.
Pathetic.
Fair use.
Fair use.
Okay. I thought you were still saying something.
No.
Okay. Where was I? Oh, here we go. Fair use.
Thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
Take your time, Alicia. Yes, take your time. Take your time, baby.
That's it.
Yeah, right.
Get your glasses on.
Oh, bravo. Bravo.
Where's the tears? Like you said, hold up.
Where's the tissue?
Right. They even moved up close. You see how they zoomed in?
Mm-hmm.
They trying to even figure it out. Like, where's the tissue?
But yet ain't nothing wet on her face.
Nothing at all. Wow. Let me see. Fair use. Let me see something.
It's all right, color. It's all right, baby. You're strong.
It's okay.
You're strong.
Be strong. Be strong.
It's okay.
Oh, Jesus.
You're strong.
Take this.
Jesus.
What an act. Hey, Classy, don't be surprised in 2 years they might come out with a movie biography talking about this and this. People like, I thank Jesus for helping us through this bad time. Jesus.
I wouldn't doubt it. Like, dude, I've been around people that cry in the business, and man, never mind. Go ahead.
Yo, she said
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. Jesus! I'm gonna say that all this month. Well, all July.
Yeah, we're gonna say that
Jesus.
all the time on the show now.
So now I gotta clip it. Jesus.
Jesus.
I'm clipping.
Hard. Wait, let me rewind it. Hold on.
Yeah. Once this show is over, I'm clipping it and I'm using it in one of my boards, man. Gee. Go ahead.
Mills 36. I've seen victims cry harder than this.
Mills, don't you dare do that, bro. Don't you dare do that. Stop playing it for a minute, brother. Mills, don't do that, bro. Cause I ain't see no tears coming down her face. Don't say she a victim, especially with everything class you just laid out there. That sounds like she was the coach of a hitman. So stop it.
And I know respiratory breathing when somebody is crying. Man, please, she's putting on an act.
Yeah, because I don't hear no sniffling or none of that.
Not a nothing.
None of that. Because usually when I cry, my nose get real stuffy and I can't breathe. And then when you try to breathe it in, it's just snot noise. So yeah, she's faking.
Come on up here, K-Capital, if you want to. Shoot, I would love to get a good laugh here.
All right, fair use, guys. I want to hear her say Jesus. Hold on, let me go back. Did she say it yet? Wait, let me see.
Fair use, y'all.
Fair use.
And Attorney Williams will be answering a limited number of questions. However, once Ms. Hood has time, and keep in mind that Ms. Hood was just released yesterday afternoon. And so she needs time. But once she is able to process and reconnect with her family right now, to contact her at our home, we have to know. Wrong. There has been a life loss, and so we are praying. This complaint is being filed against the city of Chicago.
I was trying to think of that myself. Like, shoot, you probably got to go back a little more. You probably got to go back a little more.
Contains counts of malicious prosecution.
There it goes.
You're strong.
Oh, Jesus.
You're strong.
It wasn't. I didn't hear it like I heard it the first time, though.
Well, you got to put it back. That probably was the second time her saying that, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, just go and wait before they zoom it in. There you go. There you go. Just play it from right there.
Thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
Take your time, Felicia. Yes, take your time. Take your time, baby.
That's it. Yeah, I know.
It's all right, Killa. It's all right, baby. You're strong.
It's okay.
You're strong.
Oh, Jesus.
You're strong.
Let it play a little longer. See if she said it good.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Attorney Brandon Brown. That's BRANDON. Last name Brown.
I'm still using it though.
This
it's
morning,
still funny.
we
But
filed a
first time, it's like,
count complaint.
It probably because it just came at us out of nowhere. That's probably why it was funny like that.
This complaint is being filed against the city of Chicago and the defendant officers who were responsible for her arrest. The complaint contains counts of malicious prosecution,
Right, RZA, where the boogers at?
arrest, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. We do not take what happened to Ms. Hood lightly, and we intend to pursue this lawsuit, and there will be additional lawsuits forthcoming. I want to add that Ms. Hood and myself, we recognize that.
I still can't believe her name is Miss Hood. Like, how your last name go with how you act and what you did.
I still can't believe her name is Carlisha.
Carlisha Hood.
I can.
Carlisha.
That's how you like forget her last name. Just the fact that her name is Carlisha, and that just let you know where she's from. Like you ain't gonna never beat no Carlisha in the suburbs.
Carlisha.
Carlisha from the hood.
Yeah, Carlisha Hood. That's bad.
Stereotype before you was even had a chance to walk.
Yeah, like nobody's hiring her with that name.
Like, come here, Carlisha. Come here, girl. Come here, walk for me. Walk for me. That just had to be something when she was little.
But I'm sorry, I have to say this even in a traumatic situation like that, not one tear.
I didn't see her grab no Kleenex. I didn't see her like, she only wiped her face one time, but yet this was supposed to be such a traumatic thing that she went through. You would think her entire face would be so drenched in tears
And
to the
red.
point to where you would think her eyes would be bloodshot red from all the crying she'd be doing. You would think she'd need all the Kleenex to continually wipe her face, and not once did she blow her nose
or have a nervous twitch.
Exactly.
Nothing.
But yet I'm seeing this in the chat talking about she gonna need more therapy than the boy. Get out of here.
No, sir. The boy is gonna need more therapy than she does because she might be raising a little Jason Voorhees.
Geez, she got a huge scar above her eye over.
Wow.
I was reading it like males, that's why I said it like that.
That's I know. That scar, is that from the attack?
Who knows?
No, it's too. Let me look at that scar. Looks too healed for him to be from a fresh attack.
Okay.
If that's the case, then that was before dude even laid a hand on her.
That's
So
what I'm
nope,
saying,
can't use that one, Mills.
That's what I'm saying, because that scar on her face would have been a little fresh or a little dried up and raw. Nah, that's not new. That's an old scar.
Yeah. So she's always fighting, it looked like.
She happy, but she has to put on a show. Exactly. You got to put on a show. You on mainstream media. You got to have the people talk about you. Plus, this is such a hot story. So, of course, the attention is going to be on the family. So, of course, you got to put on a show.
And I want to say one thing to the lawyer. Great job, Sheriff, for helping her put on that show.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Give him a round of applause. Play the round of applause.
Because hey, that's what lawyers do. They get paid to lie. So hey, go ahead.
Go ahead and give him a round of applause. Yes. Well, she definitely need an Oscar for that one.
And it wouldn't have healed that. Exactly, Capo. Exactly.
Right. That's why I said that's not a fresh wound from a hit.
Yeah, she definitely need an Oscar, a Tony Award, a Emmy Award. She need all the awards you could get for that one, man. Because it's just man. She need every single one for that one.
All right, well, let's play a little more of it, and then I think you sent me something.
I sent you a few things. I sent you the clip that Ray Hama was talking about in the thing too, though.
Okay, well, let me see if there's anything else to hear, and then we'll go to those clips. Hold on. Fair use.
There has been a life lost, and so we are praying for the family of this man who lost his life. I don't want that to be forgotten. We appreciate that lives were affected by this incident, and so we don't want to dilute or diminish that. However, Ms. Hood and her son, we believe were wrong, and we intend to pursue that. Ms. Hood is not going to be answering any direct questions. Myself and Attorney Williams will be answering a limited number of questions. However, once Ms. Hood has time, and keep in mind that Ms. Hood was just released yesterday afternoon, and so she needs time. But once she is able to process and reconnect with her family, she will present herself again, and we will make her available, but not right now.
All right. I think we're done with this, huh?
I ain't saying nothing.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
We hear you. We hear you loud and clear.
Anything?
Yeah, we ain't say nothing.
No, I was asking you a question. I said, "Are we done with this?" I think we're done.
I thought you were saying, "Oh, we're done with this." That's what I was saying.
No, I said, I think we're done with this. What do you think?
Yeah, because it's probably just gonna be him talking to the end of the video. So I ain't trying to really hear what he got to say when he would.
Yeah, I think we should just move on from that. But let me click on something else that you sent me. What's this? I guess this is the clip you was talking about.
Yeah, that's the one Rihanna was talking about. I think it was the last one I sent you.
Let's do that one first.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Now it's just a clip. It's not the live stream. So
If you watch this video, go to this video. They are clapping, not clapping cheeks. They clapping. They
I got one too. I got one too. I got one too. Fuck you talking about? Don't play with me, bitch. Don't nobody shoot at me. Fuck wrong with you hoes? Got me fucked up. That's the last time.
This the woman. Take a look at her, man. She looking like Snuffleupagus. Okay, I better shut up because she got the extendo clip right here.
Bitch, that's the last time. I better fire y'all shit up.
oh wow.
It goes on. If you watch this video, go to this video. They are clapping.
I started over.
What is this? Who is the lady that we
I'm
looking
guessing it's the woman that we've been talking about.
Hood? That's her?
I'm guessing. That's the only reason I can think of. Cause
Yeah, that's her.
yeah, that's her.
Okay, let's
She living up to her last name.
right, Hood.
I'm so good.
I got my pants around my waist and blah, 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 blah. I forgot it. I used to know it by heart back in the day.
Wow, let's see how hood she is. Fair use.
Fair use, show.
Clapping.
I got one too. I got one too. I got one too. Fuck you talking about? Don't play with me, bitch. Don't nobody shoot at me. Fuck wrong with you hoes? Got me fucked up. That's the last time.
This the woman. Take a look at her, man. She looking like Snuffleupagus. Okay, I better shut up because she got the extendo clip right here.
Bitch, that's the last time. I better fire y'all shit up.
Oh, it goes on. If you watch this video, go to this video. They are clapping.
All right, it started
not
over.
clapping cheeks. They clapping. I
got one too. I got one too. I got one.
What'd you say?
I said it started over again.
Let me see.
I mean, it was just a clip anyway, so
Yeah. So it's starting all over again.
All
right. Well, if that's her, shame on her. She ain't innocent. That's for sure.
No, she ain't. Yep. I also sent you that link that RZA was talking about as far as like what could have helped her get off of the case in the first place.
Okay. Well, let me get out of here. Let me go to the next one. You sent me like 3, right?
Shoot, I done already left Messenger, so let me see.
Oh, I think it's this one.
I sent you the one that you ultimately sent me, but I also sent you that one that RZA said in the chat too, though. It was the one before the video you just played.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go to that real quick. I think it's this one here.
Appreciate that, Chris G. Much respect to you, my guy.
Hold on. You see the screen?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, it's that one right there with the picture of the dude looked like he was about to punch her right there. You got to click on that.
Okay. Why can't I hear it?
It's not playing anything.
You don't see anything?
I see it, but you didn't hit the link. You got to hit the link. Right now, I'm just seeing what I sent you.
Wait. No, I see.
You got to hit the link in the article, girl. Like I said, I'm right now. We're all looking at the messenger.
Hold on. Oh, I shared the wrong one.
Yeah, you got to share the article.
Oh, okay.
Like you sharing our messages.
I shared the wrong one.
Dang, now she done dipped up out of here. Oh my God.
And I have to say this.
Yeah.
Let's just say hypothetically. Well, I don't want to say hypothetically because there are some real life situations. There are people that live in neighborhoods that's used to gunshots and bullets every day. Even through the midst of living through all that, when they come to the hospital, they're still crying, full of tears, snot shaking up, and everything. Even if they tell, man, I'm used to this. But you're in the hospital showing us that you're vulnerable to it.
Mm-hmm.
To be that stoic after getting beat and a gunshot.
Mm-hmm. And a life was taken. Nah, man, it's like it's different. Like even if it would have just like dude would have just ended up with like a flesh wound or something. I mean, even though it still would have been a stretch, I would have understand the stoicism there because no life was lost. But somebody lost their life over something like that, and then you're doing this and whatever. Like,
but think about it though. The young man shot him in the store, the takeout, whatever they call it in Chicago. He ran. The young man ran after him with the mother. The mother told him to kill him. Put 2 more bullets in him.
mm-hmm. Dang, Ray, this boy is over here clipping up a storm.
So that's why I'm saying throughout the midst of all that, you're that stoic. There's no tears. I'm like, man, do you really feel bad for what happened?
Exactly. I don't think so. Like I said, all of it is an act, in my opinion, man. Because if you said earlier, man, like if everything that came out about this whole situation turns out to be true, as far as like she sent the text messages and basically ordered him to take dude out, oh man, she need to face some consequences for that.
Oh yeah.
Can you guys see?
Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, we see.
There we go.
Yeah, sorry about that earlier. All right, hold on. Fair use.
Hey, yo. Oh, that's a shell.
Diesel engine oil. Hard-working, protective, dependable. Purchase 3 gallons of Shell Rotella T5 or T6 and get a digital gift card available at Napa Auto Parts.
Warning: the contents in this video may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion.
Get your food! Who? Get in the car? Hey. Get your food! Get your food! If you say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh my God, I said one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh, say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out.
Oh,
Jesus.
You see what I'm saying? She could have deaded it when the dude said, leave him alone.
Yeah, but
Not saying that he was right. I'm not saying that. But to avoid conflict, get away from crazy people like that, especially if you can't fight them back.
Mm-hmm. I sent you part 2 of what Ray Hama was talking about, Melody.
Okay. I get what you're saying, Classy, but that just rubs me the wrong way.
No, I agree. I understand that the actual video rubbed you the wrong way that he hit that woman. I'm not saying that's right. Like I said, the last thing you want to do is engage into an argument with somebody like that. Because besides a fist, like I said, some of these guys could be carrying guns and knives.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Especially in the hood, because damn near everybody packing.
Oh, you sent me part 2. Okay, let me.
He said, hood dudes punch all the time.
Can you see?
No, I don't see anything yet. Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
There we go. Fair use, yo.
Nintendo clip. All right, here we go.
This is the last time I better fire y'all shit up. Bitch, I don't play with nobody. Bitch, don't play with me. Bitch, I'll walk you hoes down.
All right, man. What? Bruh. Oh, no. Y'all want me to save the community? Y'all want me to save the community? They busting caps in the middle. Look, did you see it? With the extendo clip, with the extended magazine, if you will. All right, high capacity magazine. Check it out. There it is. High capacity magazine. We call it the extendo clip in the hood. She has a handgun with an extended firearm high capacity magazine. Bruh. Better shut up because she got the extendo.
All right, it just restarted, so cut it off.
This is the last time I better fire y'all shit.
Wow. Girls out here blasting on each other in broad daylight.
Oh, you should see it in the hospital. I remember one time I had this dude long time ago. This was about 10 years ago. This guy, he got shot. Had like all 8 of his baby mamas up in the hospital fighting each other.
Oh my God.
They all up in there. This is my man. That one of like 3 other females, one of them pregnant, 3 females holding their babies while they trying to fight each other. Like
that's ghetto as hell, right?
And
there.
it happens more than people think. Oh, it does.
I believe it. I believe it. That honestly, even with you saying that, and it's not something that I see on a regular basis because I work at a hospital too. Honestly, that sounds like something that happens normally. So that's why I'm not even surprised by hearing that story.
That's why I tell people if you can, prevention is better than the cure. Even when I'm talking about hospital stuff, just in life, just think about the things we're fighting for. Like I said, that dude was already, whoa, he was ready. She got blah, 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 blah. I was like, no, lady, don't engage him because, like I say, not saying he had the right to end. I'm about to hit you. I was like, just walk away from him. Just get away from him.
I mean, we all are in agreement that dude should have never laid his hands on her.
Oh, yeah.
That's not even up for debate at this point.
No,
only thing I'm saying is she should have just let it be known. Like once you heard him say, "You better get your food. You better get your food, because you keep on talking to me, I'm gonna knock you out." Once he even said that, like whether you thought he was joking or not, once somebody say something like that with that type of hostility in his voice and his posture and all that, you should have just been like, all right, man, let me just get my food so I can go.
Yeah, for real, that it's not worth it.
But both of them had big egos. They both wasn't backing down.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why we're in the situation that we're in now.
Absolutely.
And that's why I'm saying the reason why I say this is obviously that the male figure in this situation was the stronger of the party. That's why I said it would have been best for her to just say, okay, you got it. I'm not getting into it over no food. It's not worth it.
No, it's not. It's really not.
Now that I know they're about the same age, because I thought she was an older woman, but
she does look old.
She looks
I was about to say she definitely look older, but yeah, she about 35, so yeah. Yeah.
Well, Hustler and Muscular, welcome to the panel.
What's going on? KillinEmSweetly, always bringing the heat. We look at those, looking so good in the YouTube street.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
As usual. So what's your take on the situation?
That's just crazy. I don't know which is crazier. That lady getting in his face, or the fact that he had the nerve to strike down another woman. Seriously, what the hell? Now, I want to say now, I don't approve of violence, but a part of me felt like that dude had that coming. When his son did what he did, a part of me felt like he had it coming. But at the same time, I can't approve of taking someone's life, even if it is done in self-defense. I would have probably beat him up or something, but I'm not sure if I would have took his life. But that's just me. It would have been a UFC sparring session in that restaurant, but I'm not sure if I would have took his life.
You don't know what you would have done in that situation because it didn't happen to you.
Well, I've seen situations, and I've been in situations where I was about to put my hands on somebody, but luckily it got defused before it even went that far.
Well, looking at your pictures, your hands should be registered with all the muscles you have, okay? Because you look like you'll knock somebody out.
What pictures? I never sent you any pictures of me.
I didn't say you sent me pictures. I never said that.
Oh, Lord.
We already know what you look like, so...
And plus, he got a military background too, so you know he lethal with it.
Exactly.
Man, I can tell y'all a story. This was like what, last year? I was coming home from work. Now let me remind you, I still have my hospital scrubs on. It's 8:30 in the morning, and I literally got confronted by a dude that is affiliated with the Blood Gang. because I had an LA Dodgers hat on.
Oh wow.
And he literally comes up to me and says, "Are you a blood? Are you a blood? Are you blood?" I was like, "Dude, do I look like a blood in hospital scrubs?"
He said, "What that red be like?"
Yeah, he was like, "Man, you gangbang?" I'm like, I got a stethoscope over my neck. And I said, why? I said, why do you assume I'm in it? I talked to him calmly. I said, why do you assume I'm in the gang? Because I've seen a lot of death before. And I know what's worth dying for and what's not. It's because you got that LA hat on. You know what I told him? I said, is it possible that I like the Dodgers? And if you want to make a complaint, why don't you go to the owner who gave the Dodgers the color blue? And then he walked away. Man, forget that. I was just like, all right, man.
That's so ridiculous.
But guess what? It doesn't stop there. Guess what happened 3 days later?
What happened?
I saw him in the hospital with a bullet in his backside.
Wow.
A bullet up his ass?
Now, well, not directly up the meat hole of the booty, but on the cheek. He was coming in with his butt up in the air on a gurney, and he saw my face. You know what he did? Before we got him in surgery, he boo-booed all over the gurney when he saw me. He was in fear.
Oh God.
Oh man, I'm sorry, man.
So he took a sugar honey iced tea all over himself.
Yeah, when he saw my face, he knew he knew I was part of the. He didn't know I was a part of the trauma team that night. He just knew I worked in the hospital. He just didn't know where.
Oh. That cracks me up every time.
You know what I told him before he went into surgery? I told him you might want to stay away from that Taco Bell and KFC for a minute.
Oh, so you embarrassed him too?
Well, I didn't do nothing. He just saw my face and decided to embarrass himself. Of course, I'm not going to.
Shit.
So, yeah, so that's what happened. He booed on himself, and after surgery, he talked about, man, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean. I was like, dude, I'm way past it. I'm like, you gotta understand, dude. There's certain things in life worth dying for, and what you doing ain't the lick. But that's just me.
That's crazy.
That's embarrassing.
It is.
Very.
But you know
bad
what?
enough. It's bad enough.
I'm sorry.
It's bad enough getting shot in your ass. It's bad enough getting shot in the ass, but now you got loose bowel syndrome. There's a such thing. You want to defecate all over yourself at the hospital.
What?
Well, exactly.
But you know what I was thinking? The whole time he did that, I was thinking, damn, I wish I had my iPhone so I can take a video of this to put on YouTube. But I can't though. It's against. I wouldn't do it. But I was just thinking that.
You just wanted to because how he treated you.
Yeah.
I'm here on for that, baby.
Enough said, Dee. Enough said. Shout out to Dee for that one. Enough said.
I had that happen to me when I was younger. Some girls asked me what that red be like or something. They said weird. They're like, what that red be like? I'm like, what? Because I think I had like all red on from like head to toe. Because it was a cute outfit. You know, it was like those the one pieces that women wear.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those on with a red hat. Looked cute. And they did not like it. I guess they were part of a gang. And I'm just like, I just like wearing red. I mean, do I have to be part of a gang?
And see, that's the problem with these guys.
That's how it was back then.
It's still like
that's how it was back in the day.
It's still like that now, though.
It's still like that now. They still trip off of that. And I be telling these young dudes, man, if you can, man, find something else constructive to do in life. Because you know, if you think you're gonna get, I guess this is how you get family love. I can't tell you about your life or what you've been through your life. This is how you get love. But I told this guy one time, you're gonna come across the wrong person and they're gonna have one on their hip and they're gonna let one go. So stop messing with people that you don't know.
Right. And you know what? I think that's more of a West Coast thing because they don't do it over here in the East Coast now. They used to back in the day, but you don't see that anymore.
Well, I think it was just one. Think about it in LA. There is it actually happens a lot less than it used to back in the 90s.
Right.
He just seemed, and from what I saw through his eyes, just through my psychological training, that he was just a misguided young dude. And I'm like, he was just looking for something to get into. And let me tell you, it's 8:30 in the morning.
Wow.
On a busy street.
Oh man.
With businesses around, with older people, younger people, and kids going to school. This is what you do.
They don't care.
And then, let me tell you something. This wasn't even in South Central.
They never do.
This wasn't in Crenshaw. This wasn't in Slauson. This wasn't in Inglewood. This was all the way up in the valley.
In the valley. Wow. I live in the city, so I've heard the stories. I've seen the crazy. I haven't seen too much of it, but I've heard the story.
Yeah.
You entertaining somebody over there, Hustler?
I'm at work, man.
Oh.
Is it real quick, guys? Is it Cynical's birthday? I said it because I saw RZA say happy birthday.
She said it's her birthday in 3 hours.
Oh, well, happy birthday! Because I don't think I'm gonna be on here in 3 hours. Happy birthday!
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
So whenever we do leave, if we leave before there, just know it's happy birthday to you. One of our day one supporters, Cynical. Hold on 1 second. She deserves this right here for always being down with us all the way through. So happy birthday, baby girl.
Did she just say she's sleepy?
That's what she said.
Oh, and I'm not even sleepy.
It's her birthday?
I'm not sleepy.
She said in less than 2 hours it is.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? It's Chris G. Doctor, nigga. I just want to hop up here. Excuse me. I wanted to talk about that. So y'all was talking about that gang stuff, man. I had some stuff like that I dealt with when I was living in South Texas and down there. Excuse me. A lot of the it was all like Hispanic people. It was kind of like when it started revving up down there, probably around like 2014, 2015. Excuse me. After that, what was that movie that Straight Outta Compton, and a lot of that stuff started like picking up full like steam. And when I was down there, man, like I was in an area where they didn't like the color blue a lot, and I had people like some Hispanic people that was like gang stalking me and stuff, like leaving like signs by my apartment and shit like that, talking about beware and shit like this. Oh, I'm sorry for cussing and stuff like that. They were doing stuff like that, and then I also had some
What's your profanity?
My car window before I had to get that repaired and stuff, and it had someone pulling through the apartment complex like they was going to try to like shoot me in the back and stuff like that. So I just want to say I experienced some of that stuff. That's why like right now to this day I don't really wear like a lot of blue jeans. I used to love wearing blue jeans, and sometimes I might wear like black shoes and stuff because it would match. But if I wear like colors like that, people think I'm some type of crip or something, man. So I mean, some people now where I live at, they can kind of get away with that stuff, but like I don't really too much do that no more, man, because I don't want to get mistaken for that stuff. And I'm sorry, Classy, you had to go through that, man. And anybody else that got messed with behind that stuff, but that can turn pretty deadly pretty fast if somebody's really deep off into that type of stuff. But some of those people really aren't in it. They just wear the clothes, man. Just to act like they in their game, but they ain't got jumped in by nobody. They ain't get no initiation, no stuff like that. So I just wanted to say that real quick. And if I could just say the last part about the thing about the I know I'm kind of long with it, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna jump out of here. The thing with the lady, I wish she would have got away. I think that dude, pardon my French, but I think he a bitch ass nigga for putting his hands on that lady. And I do think the son's gonna need therapy. And that's all I wanted to say. And I just hope we can do better as a community, where we could stop violence and stuff like that. That's all I gotta say. I'm out. Chris G. Doctor, nigga. Peace.
Amen.
Doctor.
Yeah.
Salute to the homie Chris G.
Got two doctors in the bill.
Doctor.
Thank you, Chris.
That's real talk. That's real talk, man.
Did Hustler and Muscular go or no?
He's still right over there. Chris G was the one who left.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to know if he gave his take on a situation.
I think he spoke on it a little bit, but Hustler, must you give your full takes on it, bro?
On what situation? I talked about the boy, the dude hitting that lady. He kind of got what was coming to him, but he'd have to end with his life being taken. Beat his ass and let it go.
Yeah, you did mention that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you.
I'd have beat his ass and left it at that. I'm not gonna take no life because you put your hands on someone I care about. I ain't
What's your profanity?
My bad. Sorry.
Well, how about Mills? What's your take on the situation?
I think I already know what he about to say, but go ahead, bro.
Nah, I would have did the same. I'd have blacked out too. I'd have did the same thing young boy would have did. And Classy, it seemed like you trying to like justify him beating her up. What's up with that?
Well, Mills, go ahead and tell me what you thought I was trying to justify. I would like to
It's
hear.
like you trying to make her not you not. It's like you trying to not make her the victim or something.
How?
Do you keep saying it's like it seemed like you trying to justify it a little bit though?
I mean, I'm open to listening on how I was justifying her getting beat because I've said numerous of times she didn't deserve to get beat by that man. What I said was that this gentleman, the way he was posting himself up, the way how aggressive he was getting, I wish she would have just got her food and left, so the altercation would have never happened. That's what I said.
That still don't give you a right to hit nobody though.
I never said it gave him a right to hit her. I just said I wish he would have just backed away because that's like coming across a crazy crackhead. He going crazy, he messing with you. I'm not gonna sit around and try to argue with that dude. I'm gonna try to get away from him.
He should have left. It was his fault.
Okay, that's it. That's the way you feel.
He should have left. His fault. I'd have blacked out too. I don't got a problem with nothing they did.
Well, the reason what I'm saying is, and I tell women this all the time, most women cannot beat a man in a fist fight. There is, you know this, Mill, there is a high level threat of violence when it comes between two men. Even on a basketball court, when we talking noise, it's going to be that one person say something out of line and they're going to go blow to blow. Is this woman ready to go up against a man like that? Obviously she wasn't. That's why I said I wish she would have just stepped away from that dude. Because obviously he was jacked up.
He should have left. He should have left.
But at the same time, he wasn't going to leave. Like I said, he was the more aggressor in the situation. That's why I wanted her to just back away. Let that man get his food. You get your food. All is well. Some things are not worth dying and getting into a fight over. That's all I said.
He aggressive over a lady that can't hurt him. Wow.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. Why is she engaging with him?
He should have left. He should have let that bother him. How you gonna let a lady bother him?
There's a lot of things men should do, but there's men that won't pay attention to that. So when you see that, you need to get out of that person's way. Just like we tell women, when women say we should be able to dress the way we want to. I agree. There's a lot of men that will respect that, but you have a lot of other men who will not respect that. That's all that I'm saying.
I don't know, man. I disagree. He should have just left.
Okay.
Let me say something. The thing is, he didn't leave, and he's obviously crazy, and he's clearly not there. Everybody knows when you're dealing with a crazy person, leave. Clearly, he's not all there. So people keep saying, well, he should have left, but he wasn't going to leave. And you can see that he doesn't have all of his marbles. So what do you do with people like that?
Send him to heaven. Where he at now?
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
He up there.
That he is stronger than her. So there was no need for her to try to sit there and argue with him. There's nothing that she would have won. He can beat her. So common sense for her as a mother with her child in the car and with her is just to leave and separate herself from there, not standing there trying to get the last word and argue. Just stop that. That is one thing I don't like about Black women. They have to win a argument. There's nothing to win. Leave him alone. The moment he told her, I'm going to hit you, she should have known right there, okay, this dude, he is dead. He is dead serious. Let me just separate myself. Let me just go out to my car real fast.
But that's somebody, mom. You're not thinking about that at the moment. You're gonna black out.
No, I'm saying that's what she should have did. That's what I would have done. If my kids were in the car and I'm dealing with a crazy nut, I'm not about to sit here and argue with him and try to get the last word. She should have left, go to her car, let him get his food, and then go back in there.
That's all I said.
It's common sense. The problem with Negroes is everybody has to be tough. Everybody has to, no, just stop that. Just stop. Now, what if her son came in with a gun and the dude had a gun and he saw the son coming and he shot and killed the boy for the simple fact that she didn't leave? Then people would have said, well, had she just left and went to the car, maybe that would never happen. Like, people have to think about the what ifs. This is one incident. Let that be any other woman that's in a situation with a man and she doesn't have nobody to protect her. She could be dead or beat up. Women have to understand, if you are the weaker one, common sense. And that's with anybody. If someone got a gun, if somebody has the upper hand over you, shut up and just go. Stop trying to prove a point. None of this would have happened had she just separated herself. Like, you know what? You got this. Just let him win and just let that be that. There was no reason for her to keep going. And I think that she antagonized him on purpose because she knew her little firecracker was in the car. So people can't.
Y'all, that seems like y'all blaming them. That's wild.
I was just about.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, Angela,
I was just thinking about that too, because you know some women do that.
Right. I'm gonna say
I was
hi
gonna say
because I'm happy that you're here.
Salute to Angela in the building.
Salute. And you know, we usually agree on things, and I do agree with some of the things that you just said, but it does seem like you're kind of blaming her and the son, like what
That's wild.
in the car and blah blah blah. You know, when I can't really blame anyone because everybody was wrong. Everybody was wrong in this situation.
No, he was wrong.
No, he was wrong. Absolutely.
He was the only wrong one.
He was wrong because
oh Jesus.
Can I say this right quick?
He clipped it.
I'm gonna say something.
I'll chime in next.
I'm gonna say.
I told you I was gonna clip it.
I'm gonna say that's funny, Killer, but I'm gonna say something very rude. This is why I get paid to do what I do, because people don't have control themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, classy.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it was both.
Okay, let me say this real quick.
It was both of them.
Let Melody talk. Let Melody talk. The hustler, you get here.
Finish. Yeah, I was saying that it's really everybody's fault. She, like you guys said, she shouldn't have been arguing with a man that's stronger. That's true, but he should never put his hands on her. He was the first one. No, I can't even say that because I need to know who started the argument. Whoever started that argument was strike one. They started it. Well, I don't know if it was him. I don't know if it was her. But he definitely was the worst person here because he's the one who put his hands on a woman. He knocked this woman out like she was a man. That was crazy. You don't put your hands on a woman unless she put her hands on you first. Then go for it. Knock her out. I don't care. I don't care what you do. If a woman put her hands on you, go for it. But sticks and stones might break your bones, like they used to tell us when we was kids. Words shouldn't hurt you. So why did her words hurt him?
And also, our elders told us to learn to pick and choose your battles.
Correct.
Well, he can't pick and choose no more. He up in the sky now.
And the only person I really can't blame here is the son, because he's.
I don't blame none of us stuff, huh?
He's a little boy. He's just being manipulated by his mom. If it's true.
Nah, I disagree.
But Classy came with another perspective. He said that she was the one who told him to go in there and delete this guy.
Great, cool.
So of course that's my mom. I gotta listen to my mom.
Right, I'm gonna black out.
My mom.
I don't care.
So of course I'm gonna go in there and do what my mother told me to do, if that's true. Classy, you said it was true, right?
Yeah, she sent it during the midst of that argument. She sent a text, and it was confirmed that she sent a text to her son to come out the car and bring that gun.
Right. So my thing
Right,
is,
she was getting beat on.
and go sit down. Why have your 14-year-old son come
Oh my God.
left?
Wait, let her finish first.
It's literally common sense, and we got Negroes trying to argue common sense. She clearly didn't give two craps about her son. No real mom would have done that. A real mom would have left the situation. Why call your son here when you had another solution, which was to leave? It's common sense.
That's
not
facts.
Sorry, she's not.
Well, the only thing I disagree with her, even though what she wasn't at fault about nothing. The only thing I disagree, she should have had her gun with her inside on her. Why she ain't have it with her?
Like, the dude was wrong. He was totally wrong. But my thing is, once she saw that this dude doesn't have all his marbles, I'm trying to figure out why was she still standing there trying to argue with him? Like, what is there to argue? The dude is warning you. Something is not right with him. Leave. I'm trying to figure out why is she standing there. Any sense to me. I don't really get.
Yeah, but he was obviously, we all agree on this panel. It's 7 of us. Right. We all agree that he was wrong for what he did, right? We all are in agreement with that.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely, I agree, but I'm talking about the level of how it could have been handled.
That's what I'm saying. I do see everybody is right here. You're right. Classy is right, Angela. We're all right here.
Also,
all right here.
I want to mention, I don't know if you guys knew, but they were saying that the people that was there was saying that his girlfriend was hyping him up. And it's like, why would she do that?
His girlfriend.
So?
And it's like, why? Why would you do that knowing the type of dude that he is? I don't know. That whole thing is just crazy to me.
Man.
Well, I want to get somebody else's take on it. How about you? What's your name again? Ray, right? What's his name? Leonard Roy.
Hey.
Hey, Leonard.
Well, it's typical Chicago degenerate behavior.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you're from Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who the dude? You talking about the dude, right?
The guy up under you, man.
No, I'm talking about the Chicago behavior. You talking about the dude, right? Not the victims.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, the dude.
Oh, cool.
So
wouldn't expect nothing less from Lizzo lover.
But then you go into where it happened. It happened out in the Wild Wild Hundreds.
Mm-hmm.
That's to be expected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like being in Inglewood, it's expected.
Yep. Like on the
You're gonna get male and female degenerate behavior on both sides. Go over to Austin, over on the west side. Go to K-Town. Same. So if you don't want to find yourself in certain situations, just don't go to certain places, especially at night.
True. Well, it looked like they were in like a chicken store or something.
No, this is the thing. The way that business works is this. They are so quick with their orders. If any of us go and we say we want a Polish fries and a Pepsi, by the time we go to the pay window and pay for it, by the time we order it, it's just like they got another one that's out on, 159th? Something like that. Those businesses that particular business been in Chicago for decades. You go up to the person at the window, you tell them, hey, Polish fries, Pepsi, right? Or how many? Whatever it is. By the time you pay for your order, the next window over, they're like, 3 Polishes, 2 Pepsi, 1 orange. It's just that quick. So I'm like, well, damn. What was wrong with Dude? Because that's one of the fastest serving restaurants. Anyone that knows Chicago, been to Chicago, and been to a Maxwell Street Polish establishment, they know your food gonna be doggone ready to go in your hand before you put your wallet back in your pocket. They that fast.
He ain't lying.
They quick to. I'm like, how do y'all do that? I be there amazed. It's like, did you read my mind before I came in here? You go to the window. Polish, fries, Pepsi. That'll be $4.27. Here you go. Polish fries, Pepsi. Hold on, bro. Can I get my, I'm trying to pay for this. Can calm down. They that fast. They work at light speed, 24/7.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, check.
My thing is, I'm trying to figure out how did they end up in a line in there of all places? Some place that there's never a line. That's the first thing. But now somebody said, why didn't you have the firearm on her? Okay, it's the conceal and carry rules up there. She had that dress on. Where was she gonna conceal it at? She would have had to have it in her purse. Because the way the conceal and carry laws are in Illinois, that's what it is. Conceal carry. It's got to be under your clothing or something, or in something, which is some bull, in my opinion. But
yeah, it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, but that's how
I mean, check it. Your food gonna be right there in a little spending mechanism for you after you're through paying for it.
Exactly, and that's when you go to the ones that got the spin serve. I don't go to when I go the few times I do go back. When I go, I don't do the spin. You dig? I go someplace where I could put my card in their hand if they have to run it, or I run it right there, and they stick in my order. Right out, hey, buddy. Yeah, give me that, Pepper. You all would be amazed if you ever went to one of them establishments how fast they work. It's insane. I mean, how often do you go someplace by the time you pay for your order is already sitting waiting for you? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got that look on your face like, you sure that's me? Yeah, just you, yeah. Your bag. Next. 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 Like, damn. They be knocking them out. But, yeah. Now, they had rumors saying that she texted her son a directive to come and shoot the dude.
There it is.
That's what they said. Word of mouth on the street. That wasn't what actually happened.
So what did happen?
She texted her son to come in there because she was afraid.
There it is.
That is what she did. She did not give that boy any directives. Just like, get my gun, come on in here. This nigga tripping. That's pretty much what the text was. Not in verbatim, but along them lines. I told these guys on this other stream, they were talking about it, saying that the dude was gonna go to jail and this because the dude was shot in the back. I said, you all have no idea about the law. You can't shoot people in the back. Yes, you can if somebody's life is in imminent danger. Well, how many people get doggone killed when they get hit with a punch? I'm like,
not many.
Get hit right with a punch, you're gonna get a blood clot or something. Somebody could get knocked out unconscious and their brain could swell, go into a coma. Bottom line up front, you keep your damn hands to yourself and you won't get your back blown out.
Thank you.
In a bad way. If it's a Man and a woman in the mutual consensual, you dig, you know what I'm saying? Got you some R. Kelly playing. I know y'all don't.
Jesus.
But
I
getting
think
your
we
back
get
blown
it,
out
man.
that way is a good blowout. But this one here, you know, that son did what any son would do. He's protecting his mother.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, I agree.
I
And
agree
for black folks
100%.
to turn the way they did, I'm like, and I'm gonna land this plane right here. Black folk talk all kinds of crap about Kyle Rittenhouse getting off. Now the law works the same for somebody black, and black folk in Chicago mad as hell. Why?
Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Talk to me quick. Don't talk to me slick.
Facts.
Anybody in Chicago will tell you that's where from or whatever contact with. They'll give you the Chicago story, not the YouTube streamers and all these other people that's trying to get views and stuff off. You'll get the real story. Some of the most hateful people in the world in Chicago, at least that I've experienced. Tell you, can't keep them happy. You got somebody that didn't go to jail for something for a change. They should be celebrating it. Now, see, black women, they making their sons they men. So he shot him in the back. You know, he should have waited until he turned around and faced him. And then all this. I'm like, man, yeah,
I'd have emptied that clip on him.
Man, make no sense. I mean, me being a Afghanistan, Iraq war veteran, I wouldn't have had to use them many shots. He would have just got one in the back of the head. You know, my aim is perfect. We're like, oh, really? Pap, get your food. Come on, let's ride. And that's all it would have been. Man found Maxwell Street Polish in the Wild Wild Hunteds with the back of his dome blown out. Film at 11.
Well, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. I grew up in Chicago, so I believe everything he's saying.
Yeah.
I already know. And it happened on 116th and Halsted. I know exactly where that place is. I went there one time, but thank God nothing happened. But hey.
Yeah. That's why they call it the Wild Wild Hundreds, because all the once you get past 99th Street, it's 100, and it goes all the way out to Ogdale Gardens. Project.
That's Southwest.
No, it ain't Southwest.
That's the Riverdale.
That's South.
That's Riverdale, ain't it? Cal Park, Riverdale, something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. It's right. That's right next to Cal Park, Riverdale. What's that old deprived suburb out there? They call it a suburb, but it ain't. Robbins, yeah. And all that out that way. Anything out that way, you don't want. See, you don't want that.
They got all the clubs. They got all the hot spots out there. All the hot spots be out there, I'll tell you.
They make it hot. I mean, I used to work for TCI Cable, and we disconnected the suburb of Robbins from the network because they kept doggone breaking into the head end, stealing all the doggone transmitter equipment. So we just disconnected the whole damn suburb. I don't know if they got cable yet. If somebody took over the contract for Robbins and they can actually have cable TV. Yeah. So, but yeah, the little boy, said to me, a little boy, 14, little boy, I got grandkids his age. He did exactly what he should have did. You whooping on my mama, you finna go to the upper room, pimping. We'll sort it out later. He did exactly what any and not so much boy, any child. Children are protective over their mothers.
Mm-hmm.
Children see their fathers as, oh, they're gonna kill me if you I know you're gonna tear it up. They're more afraid of their fathers, and they're more protective about their mothers. See? Let it have been Let it have been a little girl that did it. See, she probably trying to be her. Her mom was like her best friend. What she got her daughter out that time of night for? Oh, it's better that she leave the girl at home by herself then, huh? You
that
can't
does
win.
happen. That actually happens.
I know. You can't win with them MFers. I'm gonna keep it clean. I'm not going any profanity. But you can't win. You can't. Wakandans are always gonna find something to doggone move the goalpost. Always. I mean, what do you all think? I'm sorry I went so long. I apologize.
You're good. Well, Blue, what do you think about it?
I was gonna say this real quick.
I want to.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Go ahead. You.
Oh Jesus.
Go ahead, Hustler, and then Blue.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Now to Angela C's point earlier, talking about common sense, man. If common sense was oxygen, I think half the population would be deleted from asphyxiation because not a lot of people have it. And second of all, as far as her, manipulating her son into doing this, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of stuff does happen. I read a story a few months ago about a woman who went into a McDonald's, got into an argument with somebody over some fries, called her son to go up in there and start shooting the place up. And I think he lost his life at the end of that. So that stuff does happen, So we have to take into account of that. That kind of stuff does happen. They want to use their sons as attack dogs and bodyguards to fight their battles for them. So yeah, it does happen.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
hey, Blue.
There's a lot of black men in jail for that too. Women get into a precarious situation that they can't doggone defend themselves out of. First thing they do, wait until I call my nigga to come over here. Or I'm going to call my brother. Or I'm going to call somebody. Of course, they're going to take the woman's side. They show up. Next thing you know, it's a whole situation that goes on. Somebody in the upper room, somebody in the cage, and she's somewhere in the street doing what she want to do.
That's
After
right.
the fact.
Exactly. That's my point. I done toe tagged a whole bunch of these dudes. That's why I tell people to try to think before you go that route.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but it's hard to think when it's your mother.
Yeah.
Everybody on this panel, put yourself in that position. If somebody hit your mother like that man hit that woman, you might have committed homicide as well.
I'm blacking out now at the end of the clip.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like
Yeah.
who?
I wouldn't have blacked out. I would have just straight popped them off.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, just the things that happened in my life personally, you know what I'm saying? It's like it take a whole lot for me to black out and not realize what I'm doing. Right. It's kind of hard to doggone give somebody a PTSD diagnosis for a certain situation when that's what they like anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, Blue, you there? Blue? He's there. He's always here, but not here. That's funny.
Mm.
All right, somebody else go then.
Shoot. Other than Blue, I think everybody.
Hey, Blue, I just have one question for you. If you can come off of mute real quick. Yeah, he busy.
Always. Bro, if you go hop on the panel, don't be busy, man. We need you to contribute to the conversation.
Facts. How about Todd Traveler?
Oh, I got a funny one. I got to make everybody laugh on this panel about this whole situation. And I was just talking to my girl about it because, I'm over here listening, and I'm like, I don't know when to jump in. I ain't taking nobody's side. You remember the movie The Watch, right, with Dr. Dre and Snoop?
Mm-hmm.
You remember when old boy stole the money out of her car, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had a little brief argument. And she calmed down and said, when he fucked up on her, she was like, oh, okay, don't worry. What happened? Shaq came up there and knocked his ass out. That's what she should have fucking did. They all know each other. Everybody know each other around that motherfucker. And that whole situation, that movie was funny as fuck. And this could have been a funny situation, a world star situation.
What's your profanity?
Oh, I'm sorry. It could have been a whole funny situation. I just think, man, he could have got severely whooped, putting hands on her, going to jail, putting hands on somebody's mama like that. Man, they would have did him a lot worse than that. Jail. He deserved that. If that's the case.
Yeah.
Who got a TV on in the back?
Oh, my bad. Let me cut that down. My bad. Let me put that on mute. Matter of fact.
Yeah, shoot. We heard you more. We heard TV more. We heard you.
God damn. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I just thought that scene from The Watch when y'all was talking, I was sitting here laughing because I was thinking about the first time I saw that movie. And when he bucked up on her and she was like, oh, okay, she jumped in the car. She didn't continue to argue with him. And he got rolled up.
Yeah, I remember that scene of that movie.
That's what, when y'all was talking about it, I was like, damn, he could have had a watch moment. But yet he had a Boys in the Hood moment.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. That was
Oh wow!
Bad,
but ain't nobody fighting no more though. He could have had something with him. So you don't know.
Whatever you say, Lizzo lover.
For real, ain't nobody fighting no more.
I just feel like ain't nobody gonna talk with nobody, mama. I don't care how the argument starts. Your mama could have been in the wrong, but the moment he struck her, that changed the game.
Yeah. Then that's it. When they was talking about all they were talking, I said, that boy did not pull the trigger until after his mother got hit, which put him in a complete right. I'm glad he didn't just run in there talking, then start shooting. I'm glad he
didn't say
just
nothing from the video. You didn't hear him say nothing. He probably was sitting there at the door and
like,
seen his mama get punched twice and bop. Hey.
Yep.
He
could have very well blacked out at that moment and seen nothing except that threat. That's how threat. You ever seen a situation somebody got robbed and they asked them for a description and all they could tell you was what kind of gun it was?
Right.
Because everything else around that just it's a blur. You can't really remember it because you just humanly, you're gonna just focus on the threat alone. Your pigeonhole view channel. You got tunnel vision. That's the word, tunnel vision. You got tunnel vision on the threat and the threat alone. That's real, people.
Yeah,
I don't tell you,
mama, man. Anybody on this panel, whether it's male, you be sweet and innocent and all that. When it comes to your parents, especially your mom, I'm a mama's boy and a father's boy. So I grew up with both my parents. If I see anybody, like I seen one dude, I went to the ATM with my pops. He walked a little slow because he's older. So he be 87 this year. And the dude was just like walking behind him. I gave him one look. He looked at me real good. He just bow faced. Got on this whole, you finna be under this whole car while it's running. And I'm gonna rev it up to 2,500 RPM.
See? Yeah.
That's the first thing I was thinking. I was like, I'm gonna push Pops out the way, jump in the car, wherever he think he gonna run, because it was a big parking lot, so ain't nowhere he can really run and duck under. And with no cars there.
Hold on, people. Hold on. I gotta address Zone in the chat. Zone. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Now continue.
When it comes to your parents, man, your parents are vital to you, no matter how bad they treat you, how messed up you grew up, whatever. Your parents and what that kid did. Me, honestly, my little young butt, I was boxing when I was young. I'd have got him up with the dude wasn't that big. I mean, I would have. These 14-year-olds look like adults. I mean, I just went on and mixed him up. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure some other men would have followed suit if they was up in there. So it's like, come on, man, y'all verbally having a disagreement, but to go on and just strike her, yeah, and she a mother at that with her son. So I don't. I kind of jumped on it 2 days ago, and I kind of realized, like, yeah, maybe the son wasn't wrong.
I mean, that could have been me. That could have been me at 7 years old.
Right.
I was at this place. It's called Low Park in Chicago. Brothers out there playing basketball. My oldest one, he was Chicago police, and he had his service weapon locked up in the glove box, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of them old school joints. He had a doggone 1973 deuce and a quarter, right?
Mm.
You got a lot of playroom in the back. Dude called his name. You know how to get heated basketball. Called his name. He thought somebody threw him a pass. The dude threw a bottle. Cut my brother all up over here. I seen that. First thing I do is jump from the back seat to the front, trying to open up the glove box because I know that's where his gun is at. And I was 7 years old.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a story, a confession, and I'm not proud of it. But my mom, I was younger a little bit, like some years ago, and it was road rage. And my mom got into road rage with someone. They cursed my mom out. It was a lady. So I don't even want to tell this story. It's gonna mess my character up. But
Go ahead, tell it.
Huh?
Tell the story. Go ahead.
All right. So then my mom followed this lady into the parking lot on some ghetto-ish. And the lady was still talking mess, and she went in the store. So my mother and me went in the store, bought sauce, all types of stuff, and put it all over this lady's car. We put it all over the window. We put the bottle underneath the oh gosh. We put the bottle underneath the car tire. I was even gonna let the air out the tire because this lady was being very disrespectful to my mom. So we really was like going in on this lady. And she was like, I'm gonna F you up and all this stuff. Like she was saying a lot of stuff to my mom. She spit everything. But she wasn't close to my mother when she spit. Because if she would have spit on my mom, then it would have been a big problem right then and there. But and she talked all this stuff, she spit and went in the store, some ghetto chick. So we did what we had to do. We covered her car in sauce and we put the bottle underneath the tire. And we did so I forgot what else we did. But yeah, this was like a ghetto moment for me. And I was like the only messed up thing I did because I didn't want someone disrespecting my mom like that. It was just a reaction that we had that we just wanted to do something to this person. So, I mean, I can imagine somebody punching my mom in the face, what I would do. And it's not going to be no soul. It's going to be, if I got a weapon, I'm going to do what I got to do.
I'll tell you another funny story. This was funny. And I'm going to stop talking after this. Y'all can handle everything else. I'll just sit in the background.
You sure about that, buddy?
Funny. I'm sure. This one was funny. I'm at the store. I pull up. I see the girl in the car. She right next to me. I go in and get what I need to get. I'm backing out. All of a sudden, she about to run into me. She hitting the horn. She get to talking crazy. Same scenario, right? Dude talking crazy to her. She talking crazy to him. I said, look, this is a 2002 Maxima. If I'd have hit this 2019 fucking Kia, it's going to cost it more.
What's your profanity?
I'm sorry. It's going to cost it more for you to fix your car than this. I just let her talk crap. But when I told her this old car was going to hit you, and it's going to be easy for me to get parts and not you, she hurried up and drove off.
Mm-hmm.
I just let her talk mess.
I tell you,
and it was the one
stuff I won't step in on if it's a couple and they in a relationship, whatever, and stuff get buck wild and then it goes beyond the beyond. I ain't stepping in the middle of that.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah.
That's what the police are for. So,
and it was a time where it was another road rage situation where some lady was like cursing my mom out. So my mom follows the lady, And she gets out the car and go in the trunk like she's gonna get something out. I'm like, oh my God. I was so scared, but the lady that was in front of us, she sped off because she didn't know what my mom was gonna get out the car. But like, it's been a lot of like situations like that where I was ready, even though I don't fight or anything. But the adrenaline, how do you say adrenaline rush?
Adrenaline, yeah.
Yeah, the adrenaline rush is like you ready to go to war with your moms because you never know what will happen. You know, like none of you guys ever got that for your mother to where you was ready? Or is it just like something from Jersey where that's how we are? That's what I really
I,
want to know.
I was just waiting till somebody else say something until I put my 2 cents in it.
Well, did you?
Well, I mean, if it was anything like that, yeah, of course, I was ready to ride with, my dudes. But then again, I'm always ready to ride for any of my family, though. So, like, if I see any of my people, where my cousins, like anybody that I really rock with in my family, and they was going through something, I would have been rocking with them hands down, no questions asked. But this was me back in the day. Like nowadays, I'm more like, okay, what happened? How did it get to this point? But before, no, I was just, I was just like, no questions asked. I'm with it.
Yeah, you ready to ride for your family, whether you're a fighter or not. I'm not tough at all. Believe me, I'm short, I'm petite. I'm not tough, but when it comes to my family,
The black
yeah.
fight the white. That's like make.
GC?
Huh?
You have anything to say?
Yeah, my mistake. I was playing a thing. I put a link in the back thing, and I was loading it up for later in the conversation for when it's my turn.
Okay.
What's your turn now? Like,
well, you can go now, GC.
Yeah, what's your take on the situation?
Yeah, so and this is why I brought this link up. It's in your back thing.
In the back chat, Melody.
I got it. Yeah, I had already got it. You can go ahead.
Okay. But yeah, and basically it's a white dude talking about how in the prison system, I think he's in California, where black dudes and white dudes can't fight each other because what happens is it turns into a riot and then everybody gets locked down. Yeah, go ahead and play it.
No, you can play because you got it up already.
Oh, you're looking at my thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Can't let any of the black dudes fight the white dudes. That's like a main thing in a prison line. White and black can't fight because if white and black fights, it's a riot. And then everything's locked down. There's no visits. There's no recs. There's no GED. There's no food. You're getting a bag in your door. You don't want lockdowns. So the first thing you're doing is politicking to the point that a white man takes care of the white man, black man takes care of the black man, Mexican takes care of the Mexican, Indian, whatever. Because if it comes down to two races clashing, the whole prison goes crazy.
Yeah.
That was the thing where I was talking about me and Red, and they pulled us down. So that was a white dude running around in one unit, inward, gets stabbed 3 or 4 times where like 5 gangs jumped him. It wasn't just a one-on-one and we were locked down for like 14 days.
Yeah, they lock you in your cell. They're feeding you bag lunches, right?
You don't come out. So, dude, I didn't take a shower for a week.
At least
like me and my cellie were putting a sheet up and taking a shower in a box.
okay, so we get the point of what he was getting at. The thing is that society has a tendency to draw lines, and that is to avoid major conflicts and catastrophes. In my opinion, and just like in this prison system that he obviously was a part of, there was a line, and that line is a racial line. There is lines between men and women that it seems like, and that is, about men hitting women and women mouthing off against men like that, and so on and so forth. Situations like that need to be avoided, just like the prison situation here. And that's because it always ends bad. It's always going to end in a catastrophe for someone, some way, somehow. Like there's certain social lines that you just don't cross. Both people, and I'm not really talking about the son here, but both people were all over that line. And that's why it played out the way it played out. it had nothing else to do. The only thing it could do at that point was escalate and continue to escalate to some sort of climax. And we've seen which one it did. So, it was going to end somehow that way.
Right.
And the reason why I bring that up is because what if his girl was fighting the mom?
That would have been different.
That would have been different.
And
That would have been a girl fight.
The boy wouldn't have, it wouldn't have climaxed to that extreme.
Right.
So they were crossing a line. They both were, on some ish crossing a line that they shouldn't have been crossing, and that's why, it played out that way.
Exactly, GC. That's a good point.
And you got to think about it. What if this girl was videotaping the whole thing so that she could upload it someplace for clicks and views? Which is the reason she was amping up the whole situation between the two, because she's sitting there with a camera phone videoing.
Well, I mean,
get some TikTok content. So she can go viral.
A guy like that, unfortunately, is destined to fall. Like, I don't think, and that's why I asked a woman, I'm not gonna say her name, a woman who frequents this space, how many guys has she gotten killed? Because I do know that women like that, they get into temporary relationship with guys and they get turned on about how confrontational these guys are until that confrontation in some way bad for them. Whether the guy winds up in jail or whether what. I mean, no matter what, she's wet all the way until, he's suffering from the thing that made her wet, and then she's on to the next guy.
Mm-hmm.
She's on to the next, Ayanna Cousin type dude. Like it always ends like that, And by Ayanna Cousin, I'm talking about that woman from Menace to Society who, slept with Kane, who she thought was a killer. She slept with him, said that she was pregnant by him. Kane was like, I'm not hearing it because we wore a condom. And then she went and got her cousin, and the cousin shot up the place.
Oh, yeah. I had to think. Yeah. That's what I was talking about earlier. I'm going to call and I'm going to get and then to absolve themselves of any doggone harm. Well, he told me he was going to go, and I said, no, don't go do that. It ain't that serious. And he went and did it anyway. You put them wheels in motion. Whatever happened, you wanted that outcome, whatever it was, as long as somebody suffered on the other end.
And I can give you two perfect examples of that. Marilyn Santana and Junior Guzman.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Marilyn Santana, it was a tragic thing and it was a lie, but I mean, and it shows what happens when men behave in a gynocracy, when men behave in a act first, think later situation, mode of thinking, and trust me, nothing this boy did was wrong. Maybe the second shot, but generally speaking, nothing this boy did was extraordinarily wrong. But I really blame the dude who was hitting the woman more. He was more being manipulated by a woman than the son was.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yes.
So yeah, these act first, think later guys, like you need to stop and say, hey, what if this isn't his baby? Should I really be shooting up a block like that with kids and stuff? Like, what if this isn't his baby? Should I really be going to his hood, talking about, you better watch you calling bitch or B, partner,
Are you still talking about Mr. Society?
Yeah, I'm talking about Mr. Society. Like, you really should think it through. Like, what if she's lying? Like, but women like that don't go for rational men because rational men think before they act, and they want men that act before they think.
Right, they go.
Yes, sir.
In a nutshell, they go get them a Wakandan from Blackistan and tie it up.
They will make it so crazy.
Wakanda's think before they act.
Yeah, but then when he went to go confront the dude in the movie, dude got stomped out, and that's what ended up, getting the outcome that Kane got when he got shot up in the end.
Yeah, but if the situation was reversed, it still would not have ended well for.
No, it wouldn't have.
Like, if dude stomped out Kane and then came, or what if O-Dog just handled the
Oh,
situation on the spot? Because
oh
O-Dog.
yeah, old dog definitely would have did something.
So, like no matter what, it would not have been a good outcome, but she don't really care about that. So
Nope.
women like that is dangerous. Like that dude, it was destined to happen. Like it was destined to happen. He's going around punching women in the face, which means that
Yeah.
he's doing that to everybody except men that can obviously take him. He's doing that to smaller dudes, he's doing that to young men, he's doing that to young women. He's doing that until it comes back and bite him, and stuff like that always have reprisals. You're gonna hit the wrong person's brother, and in this case mother. Like what happened was destined to happen. I mean, he's walking around everywhere he goes with a chick that's just instigating violence. Like, best case scenario for him is that he's in jail, and jail is full of black men like that with something to prove to their woman. And then while you in jail, she getting pregnant by Jody.
Yep.
And you come out.
That's how I go down.
Yeah.
That's the lifestyle they're used to. That's why when a lot of guys get to talking about particular types of people, talking male and female, particular people, and then they talk to me. Well, if it was you, I'm like, it wouldn't be me. Oh, how would it not be you? I'm like, because I do not live in that type of environment. I left that environment decades ago with a solid life plan on never living in that type of environment ever again. And I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Even with the diction, that lazy English, that whining talk. Yeah, I don't know why you got you. Are you an auctioneer? Or are you trying to cry? No. As soon as I hear that, no, degenerate. No, I can't. Sorry. Next.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it's sad that so many brothers are in that situation, because what they're doing is they're going to extremes to try to seduce a woman who they probably shouldn't be messing with in the first place. But that's probably all that's available to them. Like,
Well, my take on it, and it may be a horrible thing to say, but if Henrietta Hood Rat is what you into, there's a higher probability that Mama is a hood rat.
Well, it's a losing endeavor. That's why I don't really get into the whole Pookie Ray Ray educated lane thing. Because there are going to be the women that are into guys like that. But do you really want that? Well, I do not want a chick like that. That's escalating a N-word moment. They're escalating the N-word moment. I don't want a chick like that. I want a chick that's like calm down when I'm amped up. Like that's what you should strive for. Chicks like that, they are trouble. This man, like the son with the gun aside, he was about to go to jail. He was about to go to jail. He was about to go to prison. If it didn't have bullets, or if he just shot the guy one time and and he survived, he still was going to go to jail over dumb crap that happened there.
Well, Game Changer, how do you? I'm sorry. Go ahead, and I want to ask you a question.
Oh, go ahead. Ask the question. I was just going to interject with what he was saying.
All right, Game Changer, how do you feel about people blaming her for the whole thing? Do you think it's her fault?
Yeah. Like I say, both sides were crossing lines, and that's why I brought up the video with the white dude, and he's talking about prison, because in order for there to be a race riot, because I have friends that did time, and they told me that when they wanted to have a fight with somebody of a different race, particularly white or Mexican, they would have to talk to their boss, if these were black guys, who would then in turn talk to the white bosses, and they would talk to the person, and he would say yay or nay. He was actually in this situation. He wanted to fight a white dude over some crap, And there's a procedure for that. So in order for a fight to happen, like in plain view of the guards and stuff like that, unscheduled, unsanctioned, as a rule, everybody has to jump in, which ends in lockdown and stuff. So if that happened, then that means somebody broke the rules. Somebody went outside of protocol, or really both parties went outside of protocol. In this particular case, yes, in order for a grown man to be punching a woman like that, both parties were out of line. Like both parties failed to de-escalate the situation.
I disagree.
Thank you.
I can't agree with you on that.
I disagree. I can't agree.
I can't with you.
I'm on the rocks.
Well, why? Okay, what do y'all disagree with? I'm curious.
Well,
He should have just
okay,
walked away. He the man.
First of all, she never struck him though. She never initiated the attack. So when you talking about prison and all that other stuff, some people in prison initiate an attack without whatever gang they following, and then boom, they gotta be disciplined. Sometimes they'll throw you to the Aryan Nation. Sometimes they'll throw you to the Mexicans to get packed out. And sometimes if they try to harbor you, that's where the riot kicks in there.
Mm-hmm.
So she never threw a punch. That's a bad analogy to use in that situation.
Well, yeah, no, she never threw a punch, granted, but like in this analogy, it really doesn't matter because everybody would go under lockdown anyway, you know. And what I mean when I say it failed to what I mean when I say failed to de-escalate, you know, you see a person like that. You see a person
in prison. It's not like being a civilian, and it ain't no de-escalation.
I don't care about prison. My opinion on prison: send them all to the gas chamber.
Can we let GC finish?
You know, let's put it like this. There was presented an opportunity to de-escalate the situation and not move it further, which wasn't taken. Now, on her part, now he was wrong to even escalate the situation to begin with.
Well, that's why you got shot in the back the first time.
Yeah.
As the trucker. That's the whole point. And the whole point with prison, because I've been to jail, I ain't been to prison, but I've been to jail, it's the same type of politics. And I'm telling you, if a black dude striking Mexican, we know there's gonna be some problems, especially if you try to harbor him.
Okay, but do they talk to each other? Well, right quick, do they talk to each other?
No.
So that's my point. See, the reason that they don't talk to each other to begin with is because it could end in a full-blown riot. So they just kind of walk around not associating with each other at all. They even stay on different sides.
Well, what created the riot is somebody went rogue outside of the politics. See, we don't call it. We do call it. That's
my point. So in this scenario, they shouldn't have even been talking to each other.
I mean,
like she should have just been in line getting her food, and he's in line getting his food. They should not have been talking to each other.
Well, we don't know what happened prior to that. We just know the man struck her. He struck her.
No, we don't.
The boy popped off the first shot.
But just like in the prison scenario, you know, they shouldn't have been talking to each other. We don't know what words led to violence. We just know that there should not have been words. Now,
who cares? Let's be for real. Somebody see somebody going
all right. Millie, you was about to say something?
No, we do know that he struck first, but we don't know what words led to those violence. What I'm saying is they should not have been talking to each other. They should not have been associating with each other. They should not have been. It should not have went to the point where none of them felt like they had to back down.
Nah, man. Nah.
I could have sworn I just asked a question though.
What's the question?
Sure.
No, I was asking like because I heard Melody was about to say something. Is you about to say something to this topic, Melody, or are you good?
No, I was listening. I was waiting for GC to answer my question, but he did. I was asking him who did he feel was wrong in this situation, like.
Well, it's a critical part of this that everybody on the panel has missed.
To de-escalate the situation. That's
it's a critical part. Everybody on the panel missed. Look at the video; you'll see it right there.
They both failed to de-escalate the situation.
They both failed to de-escalate. That's what.
Her food order. Hear me out and look at the video.
That was no
hear me out and look at the video.
Words don't hurt you.
Her food order was in the carousel for her to eat.
Now go ahead, Leonard.
Her food order was already ready in the carousel for her to get it and leave. Dude was effing with her where she could not even, the food is in the brown bags right behind her. She could have just got the doggone food and left, but the way he was acting, she didn't want to turn her back on him. Somebody talking about doing you violent harm, you gonna turn your back on them and not be able to see?
Exactly.
Look at the video. It's more to that than meets the eye. People are looking at just, oh, he hit her and this. They're not looking at all of the small details, like her food order was ready. Maybe he made an order before she did, and he ordered some things that's not common, like the polar sausage with the onions and the mustard and the 2 hot peppers, which they have done quickly. Maybe he ordered a pork chop sandwich. Maybe he ordered a burger that had to be cooked, so his order took longer than her order, and he felt some type of way because her food was already ready for her to get and leave, and he felt his order should have, because he ordered before she did. You know?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it could have been any of that.
Anybody that's been to that particular type of business in Chicago that they work that quickly, you will understand it from the inside out, is all I'm saying. See, because her
Anybody
order
got a
was
report
already
to
ready
that?
to pick up. She could have literally grabbed her bags and ran out the doggone place with her food. And I'm quite sure dude would have chased her to the car because he was amped up on something, and his doggone little hood rat chick amping him up to do more.
And
You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know how the situation in this initially escalated. I do know that it could have been de-escalated by either party at either time, but neither wanted to de-escalate. Exactly.
Man, you talking about South Side of Chicago, the ghetto AMFers.
I'm
Well,
talking about
there is no de-escalation.
Yeah, exactly.
There is no de.
So it's that mentality that
exactly.
It's that
that's the Chicago mentality.
Which is why people like that shouldn't talk to each other, because there's, when you have 2 people that can't back down, then it's only going to end in death or imprisonment.
Well, in a perfect world, yes, but we don't live in a perfect world.
No, I'm talking about the world we live in. You have 2 people that can't back down culturally. Their persona will not allow them to back down. Then the only way it can end is death or imprisonment. This is
that's the way it ended.
Nobody can back down scenario.
Regardless of what happened, I just feel like when dude struck her, he took it a little bit too far. He was already taking it too far. He already made terroristic threats by talking about striking her before the gun. And even if, man, this country is freedom of speech. I don't know what virtual reality you live in. You can talk shit all day, but the moment he struck her, that became a problem.
No, well, you're talking about the law.
What's your profanity?
Jesus,
I'm sorry.
And freedom of.
The moment he struck her, he broke the law.
Well, he broke the law before he struck her. He struck her. He literally said, "I'm finna hit you." In the state of California, don't play with that. Terroristic threat, you can get a felony.
But that was in Chicago though, so that don't work over there.
Is that illegal? Because you just said freedom of speech.
But
freedom of speech has doggone fine print. He made a terroristic threat.
Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Classy, you had anything you wanted to add to this?
No, I'm in full agreement with GC. I'm sorry. There was a point in time where this could have been de-escalated. Obviously, the dude was crazy. I would have never have confronted him. And I've always said it before. There's a high level threat between men when they get into it. Now, if a woman is going to step into that and keep arguing with a guy that's going like that, he's going to go off. And that's exactly what he did. Now, like I said before, I didn't condone him hitting this woman.
Right.
But at the same time, you saw where the gentleman's head was. That's what I would have been like, let me have my food. I'm going to go ahead and go. But that's just what grown-ups do. My bad.
But why does it take for the woman to have to do that? Why couldn't he?
Melody.
Right.
Okay.
Right,
Melody, I'm saying both parties could have de-escalated.
No, he should have de-escalated.
He shouldn't.
doing this?
All right.
All right, go ahead, Melody.
All right. You guys are good because I'm trying to talk and I'm trying to host the show and people are talking over me.
That's why I put the clip up because we're not doing this over talking crap. So whenever y'all be constantly doing that, I'm playing it and I can do this all night. So go ahead, Melody.
Thank you. So yeah, like I forgot what I was gonna say. Forgot what I was gonna say. I was saying that.
All right, see you, GC.
Hello?
No, GC left the panel.
Oh, did your thought come back, Melanie?
Yeah, but why did GC leave? I was gonna talk to GC and he just jumped off the panel.
I don't know. He just dropped and said he was watching in the clouds. Maybe he had something he had to do.
Okay. I was saying that I don't think. All right. I was saying. Goodness, go ahead. Just go ahead, because I'm about to drop too. I got a headache. I'm annoyed.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop. I'm gonna say this: women, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want, and I pray to God that this young man never has to come across this situation again. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the next time he comes across a situation again, that other person may have a gun.
Oh,
I digress.
Okay.
Okay, GC is back. All right. You listening, GC?
Uh-huh. Well, you said you had a question for me?
Yeah, no, I was talking to you. I was saying that as a man, right? As a woman, you shouldn't be yelling like a man. You shouldn't be masculine. You shouldn't be yelling at a man. And as a man, you shouldn't put your hands on a woman first unless the woman hits you. Do you agree with that?
I agree.
So we do it. So we agree.
We always did agree. When I say that both parties could have de-escalated the situation, that's what I meant. You're reiterating what I said earlier.
Yeah, but he escalated it by putting his hands on her.
I understand that. What I'm saying is both parties could de-escalate the situation. You see, here's the thing, Melody. In order for situations like this to arise, is for both parties to be on that I refuse to back down ish. That's really the only way, stuff like that happens. And yeah, he was definitely in the wrong. Don't know how wrong because didn't really see what sparked the original interaction. And we can even argue if he was more wrong. But if you had the opportunity to de-escalate a situation without violence and you choose violence, then you're partly at fault, perhaps not legally, for that violence. I don't really care that it ended the way it ended, but there were other outcomes that she could have strived for.
My only thing with that answer, I'm not sure because I'm just catching on this in the last 2 days. Did she ever threaten him in the video though?
No.
To make him want to strike her?
Right.
Not that I know of, no.
You can't negotiate with a guy that wears man weave.
Once again, we don't know. Once again, we don't know what the initial conversation was.
But in the video, the initial video that we see, they would use in evidence, right, in court. She never initially threatened him. He made the idle threats first, and he proceeded to do his idle threats. That's why you have terroristic threats as a law. It's actually a federal law, but they allow the state to pick up those terroristic threats. So this law is nationwide. This is not just like DUI.
I think terroristic threat is something different when you're talking about from an outside entity against mass people. Not I'm going to hit you.
No, GC. If I were to say on this stream, I know you in real life. I know where you live. I'm gonna pull up and we're gonna see what's up. That's a terroristic threat right there.
Okay, that happens all the time. So
I know, but that's it under the lines of the law. That in itself is a terroristic threat.
Okay,
because you are not going to receive that as if I want to come by your house with a 6-pack of Yingling and we're gonna watch the game and drink some beer. No, you're perceiving that the same way the law does. That someone that you don't know, is trying to come wherever you're at to do you harm. That's a terroristic threat.
All right, so we're really not talking about the legalities of it because that's clear. Because
Okay, well, what is this? The court of public opinion then?
no. Well, this is answering the question, and the question is, whose fault was it that it went to where it went to?
Right. That's
Dude's
what
fault.
And answering that question, that's not really a legal matter because it went to a place where they were obeying the law. However, could this death have been avoided by either or both party? And the answer to that, my answer to that is yes.
Well, hindsight is 20/20 in any given situation.
Right, and we're asking for my vision on it in this particular case. And so I was just given that. Could the death have been avoided by either party? And the answer is yes. Could the death have been avoided by both parties? And the answer is also yes. Now if we're asking was he legally justified for doing this, then that's a legal matter, and that's been answered by the law, by the courts already.
Okay, real quick, I'm gonna read this out because I just Wikipedia terroristic threats. A terroristic threat is a threat to commit a crime of violence or threaten to cause bodily injury to another person and terrorize as a result of the product or conductivity.
Connotation.
Yeah. U.S. states have enacted statutes which impose criminal liability for terroristic threats. So he threatened to strike her. This is a law, bro. Nationwide. It's actually a federal law, but the states are allowed to pick it up. So it doesn't matter what state you're in.
Again, sir, we're talking about a question, not a legal question. We're talking about could the situation have been de-escalated?
In a perfect world, yes.
Yeah, well, I just told you that was the south side of Chicago.
No, what I'm asking in this world, if the question is in this world, could the situation have been de-escalated, then the answer is yes by both parties. That's the
no. Game changer. I'm giving you what goes down from that environment, the south side of Chicago where I'm from. There is no such as de-escalation. South side of Chicago, west side of Chicago. There is no de-escalation.
Got it.
Nobody de-escalates. Okay.
I got it.
It just doesn't happen.
I got it. And that's why people die there.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I get it. I get it.
Okay. So I hope that I enlightened you. I can't speak on hold on, bro. I can't speak on it from a global, societal, perfect world. I can talk about the Chicago mentality. That is where I'm from.
The sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap up, B.
That's the mentality of the people that I grew up around. I know how I still have that. That's the reason I don't go back to visit unless it's a wedding or a funeral. And I got a 72-hour time limit to visit, and I'm out because I'm not trying to go to prison.
So yeah, that would be another form of how to avoid situations like that. And
exactly, don't go back.
Yeah. So well, they were there, But no, I get what you're saying though.
A 2015 visit for 3 days turned into damn near a 1 year stay for me, going back and forth through court over what? A doggone situation with a firearm.
Yeah, no, I get
somebody talking tough on Facebook. I show up at they doggone place they DJing at. Clack clack. This real life now, nigga. What up? What it do? I was wrong. But I'm like, you ain't finna make me look like no punk out here. You got me effed up, the way they say. It don't matter. I went to the military. I did all these great things with my life. I'm still in here. My heart don't beat Kool-Aid. It don't pump Kool-Aid. I'm still that MFer from Inglewood. Don't get it effing twisted about me. I will bring it to your ass.
Well, what you just said was illegal. So
I know it was illegal.
yeah, I
I
know.
beat the
We were just
case.
talking about. We were
I
just
beat the
talking about.
case because I had a lawyer. I didn't have no public defender.
But we were just talking about what was legal and what was illegal that old boy did prior to hitting her, and now you're talking about something legal. I'm confused. You
No, that
said
wasn't legal. Me going to somebody's club, cocking up on them, and telling them to leave.
Not you. We were talking about the illegal situation of a boy making terroristic threats, and he said he's just having his opinion.
Yeah.
And
No, I'm
now
not saying
he's
that he was
saying what
just
you
having his
did
opinion.
or what you saying is illegal. Now it's his
No,
opinion.
okay. Understand this. When I was talking about dude, we were talking about who who escalated the situation and could the situation have been avoided. That was the question on the table. That was the question I was answering. And then it turned into a legal matter, and I was reminding everybody that this is not a legal matter. Now, what the brother Leonard was saying was something completely different, and I was just saying because I didn't know the law, the statute that you were talking about, that to make vague threats is illegal. So I was just reminding Leonard like what he's doing is illegal. Completely separate situations.
Exactly. What I did was completely illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no,
but that's the Chicago mentality. Ain't nobody finna beat somebody's B. Arch. You ain't finna be nobody's biatch. You try to treat somebody like a biatch, you get biatched with the ED on it. That's just the way it go down in Chicago.
What you're saying was illegal, and what I was getting ready to explain is you've already been found not guilty. So whatever the statute of that case, he can speak on now.
Exactly.
So
That's what I want to say.
Okay.
At this point, I beat the case. So, because I had a lawyer, not because I wasn't in the wrong. I had a lawyer.
Okay, cool.
That's the only reason. I mean, how you done went up in some doggone, you're in a doggone underground club that they're illegal anyway. You don't have any credentials to carry a firearm in the city of Chicago. You are a Georgia resident. You done pulled it out, locked and loaded one in there, and you start talking to somebody and tell them, you better get the hell on. No, don't get headphones, records, or nothing. Get your ass on up out of here. Or you go to the upper room. Yeah, there's literally no way. And you know what the people in Chicago that know me everything. Oh, he got light skin privilege. No, I had a lawyer. And a good one.
Okay.
The only privilege is coming from a police family that knows what lawyers have went to court and have beat the hell out of Chicago police making cases against doggone other people. So it's like, hey, you better go hire Mike Baker. And I damn sure did. And a year later, I was back down in Georgia. I'm good. Otherwise, I would have did them 3 years for sure. But that's on the legal end of the fence. Now, like I said, I was trying to explain the game changer, the Chicago mentality. See, that's like if somebody was telling me, well, in Compton or South Central, the way we roll, I'm going to take it on word because that's their environment. They know their people. They know the mentality of the people in that area or areas or region. You see what I'm saying?
I can see this way. When Nipsey was young, we used to cruise Crenshaw. I don't know if y'all heard about it. 'Cause I'm from Compton. I'm born and raised.
Okay, see, you could tell me about that, and I will listen and be like, "Oh, okay," and absorb all that knowledge because I don't come from that environment.
We from the hood out here. When we was cruising Crenshaw, some Chicago dudes out there, right? And Crenshaw Mafia beef with Rolling 60s or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a gang of dudes from Chicago, like hanging out. Nobody bothered them because even back then they knew what it was. And on top of that, they got a alliance out here with Black Keystone.
Yeah, that's
Black
because the
P Stone's
Black
from
P Stones.
Chicago.
Yeah, Black P Stone, Jeff Ford
Right.
from
So it's like
Woodlawn.
we know not to mess with no Chicago cat. So it's like when I hear a Chicago cat speak or he talking, I really can't dispute nothing he's saying. I mean, literally, if you listen to Sinful to P for the last 2 years, I mean, he been in LA and he been practically untouched in LA. People know. So it's like it's a mutual respect. You understand certain things, but overall in the hood, we all went to certain schools, certain things. You had the loudmouth chick, this and that, and this and this and that. Out here, the dudes that had the bras press her. It could have went either way. But my whole thing was he made a terroristic threat and he acted on it. I just read the Wikipedia. Now you can make a terrorist threat and don't act on it, but he actually acted on it. So he broke the law before he even got shot.
Is it me or is
He
you
is
Border?
No, it's you.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean that's like you got some people, and we'll pull their whole card in a minute. They come up, yeah, you know I'm L Rookin. No, the F you ain't. No, I'm Black P Stone. Oh, you could be Black P Stone. You ain't no doggone L Rookin. That's an automatic indictment.
All
See what I'm
right,
saying?
all right, all right,
No,
ladies
I'm
and
just saying,
gentlemen.
just to
All right.
elaborate with the West Coast brother. You know what I mean? I take his word on whatever's going on around that way because I'm not familiar with that. You see what I'm saying? So
I'm
I'm not
trying to
going to
wrap up this.
elaborate on anything, and I don't know firsthand.
Leonard,
It's just a level of respect. We
Leonard,
know the
Todd,
level.
Todd,
That's
Todd,
it.
Todd.
Yes, sir.
We're trying to wrap up the show here, man.
Got you, man. Go ahead, man.
All right, man. As you can see, Melody already dipped up off the panel. So,
Oh.
anybody got any last words before we shut this here down?
No, just thanks
Last word before I dip. Look at the video again, and when you see them brown bags in the carousel right behind the woman, her food was ready. I don't know what dude was on.
Okay.
Peace out.
Peace out, Leonard. All right, who wants to go next?
Here, I'll go. Yeah, just
Okay.
thanks for having me, brothers, and Melody. I greatly appreciate the opportunity. Peace.
Thank you for coming. Please.
All right, Ty, what you got to say, bro? What you got to finish this off with?
Oh man, I love the topic. I love that everybody has a different dialogue about the situation. And Melody is always pleasant and nice. And I'm glad you heard, moderator to keep things in control because a year or two ago, man, it was too cracking on here.
It
And
was a
I'm glad
mess.
I'm glad it's more mellowed out, man, and we can have a conversation. Only thing with Melody, I had a question with her. Is the air quality better out there, man? Because that wildfire, Jesus.
Yes, it is. Oh my God, it was horrible. It was so bad. I couldn't even breathe and like my eyes were burning. How
I
about you?
never
Where are
seen.
you?
I'm still in California. I'm at Huntington Beach. I'm like 17 minutes away from my hometown. But when we get them wildfires, it's kind of the same thing. I had never seen nothing like that happen on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
it happened. It was real weird, but it happened.
that's my thoughts, man. I just appreciate that the panel is more calm than it ever been.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
right.
Right.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
All right, man.
All right, I'm
All
out of
right,
here, man.
all right, Ty. See you later, homie. All right, Hatch Dragon. I see you about to dip up out the chat, and we about to dip out of here right along with you. So, Melody, you got any last words before I say what I got to say and wrap this whole thing up?
No, you can wrap it up.
Okay. Well, like I said in the beginning, and I'm still gonna stand on this no matter what. Like, I feel like all parties are at fault when it comes to that situation with the old girl and her son and stuff like that. And I still will say I feel for that child more than any of them. So I still stand on that. And I'm surprised didn't nobody else want to talk about the Michael Jackson stuff. But oh well. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Jesus.
That's right. We done made it to the end of the show. We done made it to the end of the show. So I appreciate you, myself and Sweet Melody Media. Appreciate y'all for coming through for another installment of Killing Them Sweetly. We will hit you back whenever we can, whenever our schedules align. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta do what we gotta do. Oh, and happy birthday to the home girl Cynical, because it's probably her birthday right now. So happy birthday to you, Cynical, whenever you see this.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody that was watching. Salute to everybody that shared. We need more people to share our stuff, man. Like, come on, man. We got to have more people to this. Like, I believe this is one of our best shows tonight, to be honest with you. So the fact that we had good numbers, but come on, we could get better than that. Like, we need y'all to contribute to sharing our shows, man. We need more eyes on the product. But all in all, me and Melody, we ain't got nothing but love for each and every one of y'all in this chat. So, and as you clearly can see, we ain't even advertise our Cash Apps tonight, even though it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen, but we ain't even advertised for that. So that just goes to show you how good the dialogue was tonight. But all in all, I know Melody's tired, so we about to wrap this thing on up. So on behalf of Sweet Melody Media, this is your boy Killa Swag 216, and we'll holler at y'all next time. Deuces.
Peace.
Leap about to take off.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button.